And welcome back, everyone, to the 13th episode of Unravel. I'm sorry that we were gone for about a week because I was gone. I wasn't able to stream last week, but we're back, and there's no reason anytime soon to not stream, depending on all of these other people. But what the hell? There we go.
Apparently, the sound's still on.
No, the sound's on, right? Everybody can hear me?
Let me. I'll check.
The sound is on. I heard you on my phone.
Right.
Yes.
Today, we'll be jumping right back in where we left off last week, which I had promptly forgotten. So, I was gently reminded by my players that we left off, you all had just finished up your business by exposing the McLeods in their illegal mining operation, in which they used dwarven miners who were illegally trafficked into the country of Durelia and to work for the McLeods while they were taking all the profits and leaving the dwarves literally and figuratively in the dirt. You all exposed this individual, who was then promptly sent to jail, whilst Stonebrand took over and now thanked you for your help and has now also taken over the quarry, the iron mine that the McLeods were using. You returned to the tavern with a long-lost crown, which some of you were looking for, a captured ally, or not ally, a captured enemy, and as you had questioned Ice, your former rival, Utsil.
Former? It's still my rival.
Your rival. You're still... She explained that the only reason she was working with the Iron Syndicate was because she believed that your mentor, the one you've been looking for, and you were setting her up to be a fall guy, as they had a loan of about 30,000 gold pieces with the Iron Syndicate, and she was basically paying for it. Now that you guys got her out of the situation she was in, she believes that the Iron Syndicate might think that she's either dead or captured, and thus she will wait in Ilnor for whenever you find the time to be ready to return and travel westward to try and find your mentor. Aside from that, you found a portable hole in which the kobold went. Though we forgot to mention that the kobold was carrying a bag of holding. So, because I forgot and I didn't realize, for the time being, Zira had given off her backpack to one of her companions, I think most likely Bree, before eventually regaining it the moment she crawled out of the portable hole, as she would be intelligent enough to realize that would have been a very bad mistake. But future reference, if you just hop in the portable hole, might be a problem. So
Zero, get in the hole.
Sure. Just dive in.
You guys had slept the night, and you had come up. You wanted to follow up on one of the quests that were out on the quest board of the stable master, who had noted that massive mole holes or mole mounds were showing up in his farmland.
We were doing that.
That had killed a couple of his horses. Zero went to investigate on her own and found out that the creatures responsible for this were most likely a form of large insect known as the onkegs, acid-spraying beetles, basically, or big ants. And last we left off, you all were traveling through Illinois towards the stable master. About in the morning, you guys had just slept. So, aside from arriving there, is there anything you guys wish to do?
For the record, we just finished a long rest.
You guys finished a long rest, yeah.
Okay.
Where did we arrive? Sorry, I was typing something.
You guys were traveling towards the Stable Master to investigate further into this Ankeg business. But I was saying, aside from that, aside from arriving, is there anything you guys wish to do? Maybe prepare that morning specifically, or... Well, Zero, you have to roll for your potion, actually, and don't forget to prepare your spells, like you sometimes do.
Yeah, let me just... Okay, which one was that again?
1. And for all the other spellcasters as well, if you have to prepare spells, do it.
Healing.
Oh, you
I
got,
haven't healing.
you got 1 additional healing potion. Very well.
I already chose them.
Alright.
Can pick them in between.
So, with nothing else to do, you will eventually end up near the front door of the stable master's home. Knocking for a moment, you realize there is no answer, but you walk around it, and they are currently in the process of flattening some of the mole mounts that were like disrupting his field. Noticing the small green kobold that came there a couple of days earlier, he turns to you, waves, stops for a moment, and continues, and comes up to the edge, and he goes, hello, I didn't know you had friends, but that is a good thing, I think, if you are willing to try and solve whatever this is. Although I didn't actually... Am I wrong in assuming that you are all the big 5?
Well,
Which is funny.
You are correct, we are.
I expected most of you to be taller.
That's the irony.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
that was the joke.
Right. Well, as he looks down on most of you...
We are pretty funny, if I may say so myself. Especially him, and I point to George.
Well, I'm not sure how much your humor will help you in this case, but here, come in. And he kind of opens up a gate and allows all of you to enter onto the field.
Thank you, stable boy.
It's actually the stable master, but sure.
Mm-hmm.
You all enter... Oh, jeez. Come on, internet. Keep with us.
Enter Jesus.
Enter
I need to go pee-pee.
Well, that's okay, since the internet broke down.
I mean, you can go ahead and do that. You guys are all led onto the field, where Zira,
Is
you
she
still
standing on
recognize
her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Her room.
Why?
Her room is a fucking mess, so that's why.
To her crib.
You enter on the field. He's standing there for a moment. Goes, I'm not sure how much your friend enlightened you on the situation, but there has been something that has been killing my horses, and if you manage to find out what it is, I would be very happy if you solved it, and if so, there is of course a reward in turn.
All right, stable boy, but
George.
Oh wait,
I don't know. He was a
Say
little
your-
slow. And
Be nice.
He's a little slow.
he's a little slow.
Zira, what did you tell us about the...
Yeah.
Did you tell us anything?
I told you about how
I don't remember, so...
what creatures I expected, what kind of damage they could do, just basically everything I knew already.
She told us basically everything there is to know.
I asked out of character, but yeah, thanks.
Sorry,
thanks,
yeah, no,
George,
I
for reading
noticed-
my mind.
I noticed that the I was going over Wi-Fi rather than my cable, so let's hope that this changes.
You can still see the... Or did you already change that? On the stream, you can see the Wi-Fi thing, but that... No, you changed
Oh, no, I changed it. If only the internet would also get a little better.
Well,
it. We can hear you
Good.
fine, but...
That's good, but I see the stream dip a little bit.
Mm.
Anyway. It dips to red, but then the upload speed stays the same, so I'm confused. Anyways.
Maybe it needs to catch up.
Yeah. If Zira had explained, she would have explained that these are horse-sized insects that are capable of burrowing at quite a speed, as well as being able to spray acid at you if you get too close.
Nice.
Good
Which
thing
might be
that I'm
something
resistant
to,
acid.
You are resistant to acid? Oh wait,
No.
you're resistant to everything.
Oh wait.
Maybe one day when I'm level 17.
No, but I am resistant to everything except for psychic damage.
Well,
Why
if
are
you're
we
right.
doing this again? Like, what is our goal?
Well,
Horse-sized insects?
I just really wanted the deer, and I thought if I helped this guy, I could get a deer.
Can we just buy one? I mean, I feel like
Well, if we're here, why not help him? I mean, we're here already.
horse-sized insects.
Come
Fine,
on,
George.
come on, George.
I'm afraid of horses, and you're telling me we're gonna fight horse-sized insects.
No, we just
George,
insects.
we
but
We're not
fought
fighting
orcs.
horses.
Well, they're pretty
Yeah.
big.
We're not fighting horses. And we do this for Zero, so she can get a deer.
just
But
see
they
them
s-
as insect-sized
George,
horses, and you'll be
George.
fine.
George, the only reason you need to remember why
makes
you're
no
doing
sense.
this is because you love me. Because you're my dad.
No. If I were your dad, I'd tell you right now, we're not gonna do this. This is irresponsible. But I'm not. So I'm willing, for the sake of helping this man, and not because you want to dare.
I'm just gonna cry now.
But
No.
look at this, George.
Come
We
here,
might get-
Zira, and I grab
we-
her and give her a hug.
Look at it like
She's
this,
gonna be like
George.
that.
We might get horses and stuff for cheaper.
And
that's-
think about the money.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I've never before in my life sat on a horse. I have no clue how to ride one.
Me neither, but we'll be fine. We'll
What?
figure it out.
George,
1 second, guys, because the moment you start discussing this, whilst the stable master's still standing there, he goes, well, if you're willing, I can also just sell you horses and see if somebody else is willing to help me. But
no, we are gonna help.
No, we are willing to help. That's why we are here.
That's why we're the big five, because we're here to help.
well, as I said, there is a reward, and if you found the papers on the quest board, it also said you can. I had a total of 225 gold pieces up for this, but if you're actually looking for mounts, most of you seem rather small. I would be able to procure you some of those. I would say 3 in case you manage to secure this. Otherwise, at the same time, I don't know if they will ever return. If you do make care of this, you can either choose 3 of the horses or deers, whatever you wish.
Yes.
Or you can just take the money. It's up to you.
Okay. That sounds fair, right?
That sounds fair.
Yeah, sounds like a great deal.
I have no
Sure.
clue.
George, don't mind, because we have 3 mounts. That doesn't mean you have to ride on your own. Because I think Zira will want to ride on her own. Or
I-
maybe
Anyone?
I want a deer. I'm gonna get the deer.
I don't want to ride on a deer.
No, you will
Get
you'll
your
be riding on a
own.
horse. It will be okay.
Okay. Does any one of you know how to mount a horse or a mount in general?
I'm great in with animals, but I haven't mounted them before. But for everything, it's the first time, right?
We'll improvise.
Oh, this is gonna go
So
just
none
fine.
of you have ridden a horse before? That's just me asking.
I don't think
well,
anyone has the
Do
proficiency.
you
Oh, yeah.
remember when we left the jungle and we had that very weird dream fight and Elkin was pissed and was like, I want to sleep on my horse. Who's gonna ride it? And I was like, I will. And then I sat on George's shoulder while he read it for me.
Did that
So-
happen?
No,
Yes, yes, it did.
no, he was walking next to it,
He
right?
was walking next to the
Yeah.
horse.
I never actually sat on the horse.
Oh, then
That
I
was-
just sat on the horse while George was walking next to it.
That was
I
super
probably
special
know how
because
to
he's
ride a
afraid
horse.
of horses.
I
So
would say the most likely ones of you to have ridden a horse is Utsil, Bree, and Angie, and Angie probably being the only one that had some formal training. In how to.
I'm more,
Although,
I think I'm
you
more
know-
I think I'm more likely to have written on a cart
Probably.
since it was an expedition.
Most of you can at least... You can all try, of course.
and I'm good with animals.
Well, I'm 3 years old
Sure.
and I've lived my entire life in a cave.
Yeah, so I don't think you've ever ridden a horse or anything of the sort.
I sat on a horse with Elkian while
Yeah.
George was walking it.
Yeah, the biggest thing you've ridden is one of your... Never mind.
You want to ride a deer?
I really want to ride a deer.
So... How do you guys want to go about this?
There must be tracks for the.
There's no tracks
Right.
because they didn't go over the land. There is, like the mole mounds.
How big are the mole mounds?
They're about 7 to 8 feet in diameter.
7 to 8 feet.
Yes.
It's huge.
No,
That's
it's just
huge.
large.
So we could,
Okay.
in theory, we could walk inside the mole mounds and go
Yeah,
through
but-
them.
They're currently flattened off. Because the stable master actually removed the dirt from it and kind of spread it out and didn't want to have the mounds in his on his field. But you can try and dig in if that's what you wish to.
Which one is the freshest of these mounds?
The stable master points over to one of them. I think that's the newest one, but it's been a couple of days now since the last one came up. Luckily.
Also, please, what do you want to do with the newest one?
Well, since they're pretty big, either we could set up for camp here and wait until it comes back, or we could go down in there and follow well, go
The tracks.
go into the hole.
Are you sure the
Right.
thing just didn't collapse behind him?
Well, if they're maybe, I don't know. We haven't checked it out at all. I just see that they're pretty large.
I just want to assume it does because I don't want to follow it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go on the ground. That sounds very bad.
But
We
I
can-
do think it is the best idea. I mean,
What?
if we go in there, then we know for sure that at least that we're probably gonna find it. It's it's
Well-
our biggest chance.
It depends. I think the best chance is if we just wait here until it comes back.
But that could last for days, right?
It could be a while, yeah. But since it's not been 3 days, what's the time frame that these holes appear? When do they appear?
He goes, well, this one came in about 2 days ago, and he points over to another flattened one. I think that one's from a week or so. And that one, and he points to the last one, which is further in the back, you hadn't really noticed, because it's actually kind of been grown over a little bit. You go, that one has been nearly 2 weeks at this point.
So they come around every week or so?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it's necessarily a time frame. Perhaps it is. I've tried to keep the horses off of this field as much as possible in the meantime, but anytime I would let them back on, the mounts would start appearing again.
So what if we did?
Well,
Are
what
you
if we
thinking the
use-
same I'm thinking?
I think we are thinking the same thing.
Right?
What if we use bait?
That's all I. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Just have,
Yeah,
have
was
one
it?
horse standing there. It's obviously searching for food, and it can last about a week. So it's
Yeah.
been 2 days. So if we, if we put a horse there or whatever it likes, maybe a dead one
The
or a diseased one.
Stillmaster that goes, well, I'm afraid I don't have any diseased ones, and most of the dead ones I've actually gotten rid of. if you're willing to put your own reward at risk, I'm more than happy to do that for you.
How much are these horses usually?
Well, I sell riding horses and deers for the same purpose. Each of them costing about 75 gold. I think I got that right.
Well, hold up. This is not charity work. We're not going to put this.
If you
One of
wanna
us
have-
could maybe.
If you want to have
Yeah.
bait, I'm not going to be putting my horses at bait.
No, that sounds
No,
fair.
that's
That's
Which
okay.
is fair.
Well,
Yeah.
what if we put something else as bait? That was I wasn't thinking of the horses.
Someone
It's
of
eating
us?
Horses.
Yes,
What
was-
you
One of us in a
thinking,
horse
George?
I was
Ooh.
thinking one of us would go. I think Utsul should do it.
Why?
But why do you think that it eats people and not just horses? It's obviously attracted to the horses.
I don't
Yes,
know.
I agree. We should get a horse costume.
Maybe we should. Yeah, have him smell like smell like a horse or something.
Wow, that's a great
we
idea.
we had a bath just not too long ago.
Well, then
I'm
you
fine.
bath in the shit of the horse or something.
Why don't you do that,
I'll
George?
just,
Not bad.
Well-
I'll handle this, and I just go hug a horse.
Sure.
We're
You
not
go
gonna
up to
put
one of
you
the horses.
Not
You
you.
are- You are like way below, like the stomach. You can walk under it. It's
I am hugging the leg.
Sure. You're hugging one of its legs, and you do so.
That's very bad. It could kick you.
Well, not the
Be
back
careful,
leg.
Not
Zira.
pulling it.
How is the
Well,
horse
it can
responding?
kick people.
The horse is kind of standing still, not minding that much.
Okay.
What if I do it? At least for a night. Okay.
Well, we should
Be
Hugging
bait
a
or
horse?
what?
What?
Be bait or what?
Yes.
Well, we should.
Oh,
all
I
be
thought
here.
you were going to hug a horse for a night.
No. No, I'm not gonna do that.
But think about this. What if that thing is coming right at you and its mouth is as big as this hole is? Then you disappear this instant. That's not okay.
They're right, Utsul. You should do it.
None of us is going to die, okay?
I feel like we should just use a horse at bait because it already wants. that
Well,
as
somebody
food.
should stay with the horse. We can't let the horse just be.
We all stay with the horse. If the horse gets caught, then we are there to apprehend the.
So if it works without
insect.
the horse, at least try it a little while. If it works without the horse, right, then we don't need to risk the horse.
Why would it work without the horse?
Because it's hungry.
Wait,
Just
I
check
have
this.
an idea.
Zira comes running back from hugging a horse's leg.
Yeah.
So
I
who was
know.
gonna volunteer to be bait?
Not me.
I don't think it. Well, yeah.
Well,
I don't
Utsul
need a
certainly
George.
seemed very eager.
No.
George,
I
don't
volunteered
be like
him.
this. Yeah. He doesn't volunteer himself.
Look, how bad can it eat horses?
Yeah, it eats horses, and we're the big five, so it's definitely gonna eat us if any of us is instead of it is a horse on the spot.
Right,
Oh,
the
God.
easier the target, the better, you know.
Yeah.
Zira,
So-
you're quick, right?
Very.
We're not gonna
No,
put
that's a
Zera
bad.
there.
That's a terrible idea.
We're not gonna do
But
this.
I do not really know. Maybe they can sense that there are, how do you say it?
Horses
Like big
walking around
things walking around on the surface. I don't know how these beasts work, but maybe they can sense something like that. So they probably won't go after someone like Zira.
there. So.
Because
So you're
she is
saying
too
you should
small.
do it?
No. So what you
N-
suggest
no.
is that we. No, that we make a lot of noise in the
Oh, that
In
could
the-
work.
in the pen, and
Maybe.
then it might be attracted to the noise.
Like worms, you
Yes.
know, when you pound on the ground.
Exactly.
It's gonna work with your anvil. Because
Oh.
it's heavy.
They could
We
do
should all-
that,
We should all go there and make
except
noise.
except Zilla.
Well, she can just hang around and wait until.
Yeah, but don't make no.
I
can
can be
just-
very quiet.
Good.
In the portable hole.
Yeah, sure.
Let's not put it in the portable hole before we forget. You know, there's no
the bag of
oxygen.
holding. Yeah.
No, that's mine.
No, just
So we're
hang
gonna
around.
try that first. The sound thing.
I mean,
That seems
it's,
reasonable. We don't need to give up some of our.
Yeah, I'd like to try to avoid that first.
Yeah.
The stable master at this point goes, I will let you all figure this out. If you do manage to
How about you,
success-
stable master?
I will very much not be engaged in any sort of fighting, although I appreciate your help, hence the reward. So I
Yeah, I
will
wish I
go
could
over
say
there
that.
and I'll watch. And he kind of just walks off to a bench set up against the back of his house, and he kind of sits down there, leans back, very interested to see whatever's gonna happen here.
Don't forget the snacks.
I feel pressured now that he's watching it.
So how do we make a lot of noise? You have the anvil thing.
I can
I
certainly
can
do
play
that.
music if you'd like.
I think it's more vibration. You wanna?
Oh. Well, in that
maybe
case,
if we, I don't know, jump on the ground or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you want me to set a trap somewhere for the creature?
Well, what do you
Can you make a
suggesting?
big trap?
Well, it's like this big.
That's not very
big. Probably bigger because I'm pretty small. I just realized
Yeah, that's not that big.
it's almost as big as which one is taller, Utsul or George?
George.
How tall is George?
Good question.
Good question.
Like,
1.6 basically meters. I don't know what that is in feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Divided by
I'm
30.
4. Yeah, I'm 4'4".
I think George.
Yeah,
about
5'1", 5'2".
Well,
Then why
okay.
are
My
mini-
trap is can be as big as George.
Still not very big. How about, right? You just keep a keen eye and a keen ear for if you hear anything coming from under. You lie like
Okay.
you lie your ear down to the ground so you can hear better.
Oh, okay, I will. And I stab my dagger into the ground.
Don't know
So,
what that will do, but yes, sure.
Makes
What
it
if you
easier to
put
feel
your ear-
vibrations, idiot.
I suppose.
you guys are currently standing in the middle of the field nearby one of the most recent mole mounts. Zero has stuck a dagger into the ground and is listening. The rest of you, how are you trying to make noise?
Just my
Um,
warhammer, just plumping it on the ground.
Wait, if a mine
Um,
could I do something with that?
Is there a lot of grass on the ground?
Yeah, like you're just standing in a grass field.
I was maybe thinking to firebolt the ground.
I mean, you'll
You want to
scorch
commit
it.
arson?
That would burn.
That's
everything.
pretty gay of you.
What?
What?
What? So how do you know what that is?
Wait.
I mean, do
Love
you
is
want
just
to
love in your.
do you want to
in your age.
firebolt the floor? I mean, it
Kind of.
does have an impact. Do you want to like keep scorching the? Because you'll eventually scorch the ground. Will you keep like hitting the same
Oh,
spot, or do you
no.
want to like spread it out to cause this large black field?
No, I want to keep
Aw.
hitting the same spot, but I want to make sure that grass doesn't lit on fire.
I mean, you can target the mole mount itself, which is mostly dirt.
Oh yeah, No, yeah, I will do that.
Alright,
then.
so Angie will be casting Fireball in the same spot, whilst George is smacking the ground with his Warhammer. Bree, what are you doing?
I have an idea. Let's cast Shatter.
Okay. So
Let's
you want
make
to
a lot of
Farewell?
noise.
You want to cast Shatter,
I'll just jump around.
and Utsil is bunny hopping
The
around.
person
I
that
don't-
walks around you is just like, what?
What kind
They
of
probably
weird
don't
thing is
even
going on
notice
here?
me lying on the ground.
You guys.
But the thing with
Yeah.
Shatter is, I have to hit a creature, but yeah.
Do you have to hit a creature? Do you have to target a creature or a point in space?
Yeah. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each
Yeah.
creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point
So
of
you can just
must
target
make
a
a
point,
Constitution
which doesn't
saving throw.
necessarily have to contain a person.
Yeah.
Very
So
well.
I cast Shatter.
Alright.
The invisible man standing there is gonna
So-
have a bad time.
Bree begins with casting Shatter, hitting the ground very loudly, and it does shake. Utsil's bunny
Earthquake.
hopping, George is smacking the ground, and Angie is firing firebolts. But moments pass until there's a small group of gathering just looking out about 70, 80 feet away from the edge of the open field, looking at what the is happening here. You guys do so. Zira, make a perception check, I guess.
Oh yeah. Let me just make sure I have the right modifier for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's also one way to get attention.
Ah yes. Amazing. Oh, the best roll. Oh my
I see.
god. So, mwah, perfection.
What
It's
did
a
you get?
4.
A 4. Zira is keenly listening to what is happening beneath the dirt, beneath the grass. So, whoop,
Great to see you from
this angle.
from this point of view.
Jibber
Yeah.
chin.
That's a good angle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mwah.
Great chin.
Perfection.
Do I see a battle
One
map?
second.
No,
I don't know. Do
Yeah.
you?
Does that
Yes.
mean it worked?
we'll see.
Mm.
But
But
just
Zira,
eat Zira.
Zira doesn't see the things coming. He doesn't hear them.
They just eat the bystanders.
Dark.
Hmm. Almost worked.
so,
Well, that works for Vera.
I will switch the point of view as well for our dear viewers.
Wait, what works for me?
Do we have deers viewing?
To bow over the arm
Oh yeah.
here.
Alright,
Looks very
the
charming.
space I'm sitting in is very small, so I can't like get out of it normally.
Can you
so
put your desk a little to the side so you can, right?
No, I
Here you
can't
have the-
move my desk.
here you kind of
Get
have
a
the
bigger
edge
room.
of the
Yeah.
farmland.
Just get a bigger room, Vera. It's that easy.
Yeah,
No.
sorry.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a bigger
I should've-
room then?
Yeah, I know. I'm
My
sorry.
Hey,
sister's
Bill's
gonna
over
get
there.
a bigger room.
Alright, so let's see. With the main, here you have the unedge of the field. This is the latest mole mount that you guys were standing near.
Hmm.
So, Zira, you were laying on the ground. Where exactly? This side, there. How close from the mound?
Well, I'm gonna guess that I was not allowed to be near them from because George would be mad at me if I were just in the middle of that.
Alright.
So I'll be like a good 15 feet from the group away. Doesn't
Nice.
really matter which direction.
I will put you over there then. Angie, you were firing firebolts on the mole
Yes.
mount, so I'm going to put you over there.
That's
George,
very close.
I will
okay.
put you across from her.
I mean,
If you have any objections, let me know.
yeah,
It's
because
still-
I will stand a little further from that.
Right? Utsil was running
again?
around.
A little further?
Yeah.
Yeah, better.
And I will put Bree right over there.
Also a little further.
Also further.
Because I'm casting Shatter and I don't want anyone of you guys
Well-
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fair. In this case, you could cast Shatter right there without any problems.
Yep.
So, here, let me move this camera real quick. If it will allow me to. Come on. Whoop. Perfect. There you go. So, I would like for... Let's see. Zero, you made a perception check. Utsil, make an athletics check. George, make an athletics check. And both Angie and Bree make a spellcasting ability check, which in both your cases, as a bard and sorcerer, means make a charisma check. Just straight up charisma.
Can I guard myself?
Ability check. Yes, you would have been able to.
Athletics check, right?
Yes. So, George, what'd you get?
A 13.
Alright. Bree, what did you get?
14.
14. Angie, what did you get?
18.
18. And Utsil, what did you get?
24.
24. Alright. You all being busy making noise, trying to shake up the world a little bit, so Zira might notice these Ankh eggs coming for you. Zira does not. But what does happen, as you guys are busy and jumping about, making this sound, you're not paying much attention yourself. And right before you manage to react to it in any way, Angie and Utsil, both of you feel the ground below you bulge up ever so slightly before the grass begins to rip like a sheet of paper. I would like for all of you to roll for initiative.
Nice. Oh,
Damn.
Nice.
why?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty close also.
Alright. 25 to 20.
20.
Alright, very well. 24 is...
Are you ready?
20 to 15.
Yep,
19.
19.
19.
You also rolled 19.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's Utsil, Bree, then George.
Yep.
Alright.
I guess.
Because Utsil, what's your dex? And Bree, what's your dex?
15.
Alright. Oh, wait, sorry. Bree then first then. 19. Bree, 19. Utsil, and 19. George. Angie, what'd you get?
A 14.
14, very well.
Not again.
Sadly enough, the one keeping an eye out had not noticed what was happening. So this is what happens. As you guys are standing there, being busy making your noise, as I said to Utsil and Angie, you guys feel the ground under you bulge before the grass below you rips open. Let's see. Zira, you get your reaction. Bree, you get your reaction. Utsil, you get your reaction. George, you get your reaction. Angie, you get your reaction. Then it's the thing that comes up from below you. First, on this side, Coming up halfway from the ground is this large insectoid head with 2 massive pincers at the maw that bursts up from under Angie, and 1 comes up from under Utsil. They will then both make a bite attack against you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well,
Because why not?
no, they begin with their strongest thing first.
Oh my fucking
No,
god.
they come up and
Of course
bite.
they do.
No, they come up and bite. Makes more sense. They try to grab. So, on Angie, a
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
You suffer
Definitely.
Sad.
8 points of slashing damage and
Okay.
6 points of acid damage. As these
Okay.
massive pincers from under you just grab one of your legs, and you are grappled. Your speed is reduced to 0.
Shit.
George,
Oh boy.
Hmm?
sorry, not George. Utsil, a 19 to
Oh.
hit.
Yeah, hits.
As you are also
Why
being
didn't you hit
bitten
me?
for 14 points, because you weren't loud enough. Your athletics check was too low. For 14 points of slashing damage and 6 points of acid damage.
Alright.
Both of you are grappled, and you feel the pull going down. So, top of the round. Zira, what do you want to do?
Stand up.
Alright, you use half your movement to get up.
Then I'm gonna see. I'm gonna read this one thing because I think it would be pretty cool if it does what I want it to do.
Alright, very well, but in the meantime, Bree, you'll be on deck. So you're after
Yep.
this. Can you guys see well from this perspective, by the way? But you guys have a different perspective from the viewers, so.
We see
Okay.
it. I see
Um,
It's fine.
Well, I'm gonna do that next round because I do want to check though. I wanted to see if acid damage does anything to them. So I'm gonna do it.
From what you had read last time, because you rolled some checks to see how much you could find out, and you found out quite a bit. They are able to spray acid, which allows them to be partially, like some very specific parts of their body are immune to acid. Doesn't necessarily mean that their entire body can handle it. Like it comes from inside of them. Like we have stomach acid, but if we throw stomach acid on our skin, it won't turn out well. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
similar
okay.
to that.
Well, let's just acid splash the closest one then.
Alright, acid splash, dexterity saving throw. That is a 9. Closest one. I
no.
assume that's the one next to Utsil.
Yeah, of course. That's 1d6 at the moment. There's Rosrum. Wow! 1 point of acid damage.
Alright. The creature does suffer 1 point of acid damage.
At least it suffered acid damage.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Zira quickly reaches out, a blob of acid fires and splashes at the feet of this the creature that's only partially emerged from the ground. After Zira, Bree, Utsil, you're on deck.
Yes.
Yep. As an action, I'd like to cast Vicious Mockery on the one close to Angie.
Sure, vicious mockery. What's the DC on that?
That's a 15.
That's a 14.
Nice. Okay, I roll 1d4 damage, and
Go
that's psychic damage plus 3, and it
Mhm.
has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Very well.
1d4 plus 3 is 4 points of psychic damage.
Which one did you cast? The one next to Angie or next to Utsil?
Next to Angie.
Alright, very well. 4 points of psychic damage. You see the creature rear and you see kind of shudder for a moment. You figure it
Yes.
was effective.
And I'd like to use my bonus action to cast Barrel's Pride.
Alright, Barrel's Pride. Very well. And you are concentrating on that.
Yep.
Hey. After Bree, Utsul, George, you're on deck.
First of all, roll rage as a bonus action.
Bonus action. Rage.
And since I can't move anyway, I'll just hit him or hit the thing one,
Alright, go for it.
or try to at least.
Yeah, you're kind of like punching at your feet as the mandible kind of clumps around your ankle.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, yeah, that hits. Easily. Oh no, Angie went blank.
Oh no.
Oh! Jesus, why?
She switched webcams, I think.
Oh. Why?
I don't know.
Accidentally.
You're the one who did it.
Swear to God.
Oh, there goes George.
No, not really.
No, well he's only after this, so that's fine.
That's 15
yeah.
points of damage.
15 points of damage.
I'm back.
Jesus, okay. 15 points of damage against that one.
Oh,
There we go.
great.
Alright, so very quickly Utsul retaliates, angrily punching the creature climbing in his feet. You kind of punch it like right on the large elongated head, and you hit the outer carapace, which you feels pretty hard, but you easily just crack it slightly. There's this ever so slight crack with a trickle of blood that comes out of it. Very odd, darkish green liquid rather than normal crimson red. But after Utsul, George and Angie, you're on deck.
Yep.
George will, well, first cast Spiritual Weapon
Spiritual weapon.
close to the one next to Utsul.
I have a hammer.
Hey.
On which side do you want to put it? Does it matter?
It really doesn't, as long as it doesn't block.
Oh, right. We'll put it over there then.
Yes. George himself will move towards the position, helping, and well, Angie. Probably Angie, yeah. Angie's probably the best to help.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet, and you are flanking with Angie.
And then the attacks will commence.
Go
First,
for it.
the spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave that still. So, it's only a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Well, I didn't expect that. In that case, takes 9 points of force damage.
Very well, 9 points of force.
And then the one George will attack himself. Ooh, well, it's a 14 to hit, which
14
hit
still
the
hits.
other one. Yeah, it's only 5 damage as the Warhammer hits.
5 points of damage. First, the massive spectral warhammer just cracks against the back of the other creature against Utsul. Then you yourself slam into the ground, hitting the creature easily on the head as well. You now seem to realize that these creatures, though not intelligent, have realized they're not fighting against horses. After George, Angie, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And Zira, you're on deck.
first of all, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, spiritual weapon. Where?
And near my thing.
Remote.
Yeah. And it's try to attack at least.
Go for it.
13.
13 does not hit.
Damn. I was lucky then.
There where
Yeah.
Wi-Fi goes.
So the spiritual weapon just rakes off the external armor of this creature. No effect.
Yes. That was a bonus action, right?
That's your bonus action.
Oh, no.
You should know. I'm not
Jesus.
telling you.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh,
Then
God.
I will try and hit
Then it's
with the quarterstaff.
So you want to just whack it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, go for it. That's an attack using your strength.
I know.
Okay, yeah, just so you're aware that it's really low.
I know.
never seen
16.
NG.
16 does hit. So the spiritual weapon is less effective than a stick.
Yep.
Might want to reconsider.
And it does
your-
6 damage.
Sure. Are you wielding it in one hand or in two hands? Because at two hands it will deal with a d8. Just saying.
Well, then I go for the 2 hands.
Go ahead and roll a d8. If it's lower than
No,
5,
you're gonna
we'll
low
take
roller.
the d6. It's fine. It's fine. If you roll lower than 5, we'll take the 5.
Okay.
Just because the potential for a higher damage roll was there. Because you have nothing else in your hands, so it wouldn't make much sense for you not to hold it in 2 hands. Alright, we'll take the 5. 3 is low, so we'll take the 5. 6 points of damage total. Very well, with that, you give this creature a good ol' whack, and yeah, that works. You just dunk, hit it on the face. After that, it's their turn, though. They themselves... Let's see... Let's see, 30 feet? Let's see, is this 30 feet?
Feet.
1, 2, 3, 4. No. Oh, should be in there. Alright. No, George is just out of that. I would like. They both let go of your either of your legs, but they both they both let go. But you see them both kind of rear back as if to ready themselves for something. This one will turn slightly to try and move away from the hammer. This one is going to fire 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Yeah, it's going to fire a line of acid this direction. So I need Angie and Bree to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, great.
As it just spews acid in a straight line in front of it.
That's a 19 for Bree.
19 is a success.
That's a 5.
I'm still wielding my shield, so I can
5
block it.
is
I
a
think.
fail.
No shit.
Bree, you suffer 4 points of acid damage, but Angie, you suffer the full 8. The other one will also
Wait.
fire a line. Yeah.
Can I have a reaction on that?
You could, if you wish. Depending on what the reaction
Then
is. What's the reaction you want to use?
I use shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp is not a reaction.
Oh wait, no, not shocking grasp.
True strike, you
didn't-
mean?
Yeah, that one.
True strike is on an attack roll. This one didn't attack you. It forced a saving throw.
Ah,
It needs
okay,
to-
never
It
mind.
needs to target specifically you for true strike.
Okay.
The other one will also fire a line of acid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just barely not reaching Angie. So Utsul, I'd like for you to roll dexterity saving throw.
Sure. 15.
You do have danger sense, by the way. But 15 is
Oh,
a
yeah.
success.
That's true.
You suffer 5 points of acid damage. Which is already halved.
He's looking bad.
Alright. Top of the
Not
round. Zira, Bree, you're on deck.
Yeah, boy.
Wait, who's looking bad? Utsul?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he?
I'm at half health.
I don't know.
Ah, you're fine.
Ah, yeah, you're fine.
But
Means
you're
you're
at half health.
basically at full health if you weren't raging.
So you're already at half health.
Because the first hit did a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. But
Okay.
then you retaliated with a natural 20, so it's fair.
Well,
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Well,
Zira,
Nah.
what are you doing?
Well, I thought I had a great plan, but then I thought I don't. How much does a dagger weigh?
Not that much.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So my great plan is kind of vanished. So we're
What is
just
your-
gonna go with
was your
some more
plan?
acid splash. Well, I thought I thought I will just catapult my dagger.
You can catapult the dagger.
Okay, then I'll do that because
dagger
I
weighs 1
really want to
pound.
do it. Okay, then I can do it because I really want to do that.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, and I'll take
That's
the
450 grams, so has some heft to it, but it's also a dagger.
yeah, okay, but yeah, I'll catapult the dagger that I kept in the ground.
Nice. So it's stuck in the ground, but you kind of just fling it out from there towards, I assume, the one next to Utsil.
Yeah, because he's fighting that one
Alright, go for it.
alone.
That's a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Very well. Dexterity saving throw on its end is a
Please be terrible.
14.
I don't know if that's the same.
Your spell save DC is 14, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Which means that it's just you fling the dagger at it, but it just hits the outside of the carapace and just kind of twists and gets muffled somewhere in the grass beyond it. You're gonna have to find that later.
Sad.
And sadly enough, that did not work, but it was a good attempt.
Yeah, I thought it would be so fun to do.
Anything else?
Well, can I do anything else with the boat action? I don't know.
Alright, very well. After Zira, Bree and Utsil, you're on deck.
Yes.
By the
Yeah.
way, Bree, I would like for you to roll a Constitution saving throw real quick. Because you did take 4 points of acid damage.
Let's hope I keep the Barrel's Pride alive.
You can do it, girl.
I hope so too, but I don't know. Because Rolls Room decides for me. Natural 1. Oh, lucky!
God darn it.
We didn't even have to remind you.
15.
So, yeah, but alright. Sure. 15. Barrel Sprite stays up. But
Yep.
Bree, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I see 2 of the enemies. Which one looks worse?
The one near Utsul looks worse.
Okay.
Seems to have more
So
cracks and dents in it.
Okay. Then I run up to the one that's close to Angie and I hit him with my rapier Barrel's Pride.
25. Go for it.
Yeah, let's go, baby!
Sadly enough, you are not flanking.
No, that's a shame. But okay, it will do. 14 to hit!
14 does hit.
Yay, let's
barely.
go! 15 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay.
I like that.
Good job.
15 points of damage. Alright, you jab the barrel sprite in and just it kind of gives the additional jet of force behind it, and it is now marked by your barrel's pride.
Yep. I pull my barrel sprite out and I hold it against him, and I also prepare my shield because I think he's gonna catch me after this.
Well, we'll see. Utsil, your turn, and George, you're on deck.
Yes. I will start punching the one that's in front of me.
Go for it. Reaffirm the knuckle dusters, or the gauntlets actually.
Yeah, the gauntlets. Yeah, the first one is an 11, so that misses.
11 misses. You swing wildly, but it just ducks a little lower into the dirt below you.
Yeah, and the second one, the bonus action attack is 15. So that
15 does hit.
maybe hits. For 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage is still damage. I should give a small punk atop the head. Probably hurt. After Utsil, George and Angie, you're on deck.
So, first, on the one that is next to Utsil,
Mm-hmm.
George will tap his hammer as a chained net falls on it. I'll cast Hold Person and attempt. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Which one?
One next to Utsil.
Next to Utsil. Alright. You tap, ting, the chain net, the spectral net comes falling from the sky above you, and it falls over him, but seems to have no effect, as hold person needs to be specifically a humanoid, which this is not.
That's right. Well, shite.
Sorry.
Still, the hammer will try to attack.
Go for it. Come a little closer.
It's only a 12.
12 does not hit. The hammer goes wide.
Fuck.
Alright. After George, Angie, it's your turn.
Yes. I will take us. No, I don't. I cast Fireball.
At which one? The one in front of you?
No, the one far away, because if I do it in front of me, it will be with disadvantage.
Aye. The line you have there goes specifically over Bree and Utsu, which will give it I will give it a little bit of cover. Which will mean its AC is a little higher, but go ahead and make the attack roll. I have 3/4. No, half cover.
15.
15 misses. Due to the cover,
okay.
making sure you didn't want to hit any of your allies, you fire it, and it just barely misses past and hits the ground somewhere. A little fire begins, but it's quickly enough snuffed out.
And as a bonus action, the spiritual weapon will attack.
Go for it.
Also with a 15.
15. The 15 hits in this case, because it doesn't have the half cover. Go ahead and roll for damage. 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's 6 if I'm correct, right? Or is it 4?
No, your spellcasting ability modifier. Your spellcasting ability is charisma, so your charisma modifier.
So that's a +4 for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Right, 11 against the one in front of you. With that, your spectral rapier will just jam its way through this one. You would have also actually had a d4 to add to that to try and hit it, but you hit it regardless. And with that, this one does come to rest, halfway emerge from the ground, but at this point, no longer alive.
Nice.
After this one, it's the one remaining creature's turn, who will make a bite attack against, well, let's see. Alright, it will make a bite attack against you, Utsil.
How funny it would be if it did it against the hammer.
It's not that dumb.
It's pretty stupid, but it's not that stupid. For a 24 to hit.
Oh.
Misses.
Just barely a natural 20.
You barely misses.
Alright, anyway, you do suffer 12 points of slashing damage, halved to 6, luckily. As well as 6 points of acid damage, halved to 3. Damn, I'm really good in the acid damage. You are also grappled.
Hey, again.
Angie, George, and Bree. You all focusing on the Ankeg in front of you. You see go down. You look at the only other opponent you have on the battlefield, and you look to your right. And there you see Utsil currently battling it. But he kind of like shifts a bit, and you see that it once again grappled him at the leg before the creature itself, with Utsil, disappears in a hole in the ground.
Oh, that's not good.
What?
Huh.
I told you not to use one of us as bait.
Well, it is Utsu, luckily.
Oh my god.
I jump after it.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Oh wait,
We're still in.
it's not my turn yet.
So,
Yeah.
top of the round, Zira, it is your turn. Zira, you are watching this and you see it happen. What do
You
you
probably also hear it happen. You'll be just like, oh, fuck.
do? Zira?
Sarah. Charlie.
Zira! She's just not hearing us.
Hello.
She's ignoring us, I
Can
think.
somebody message her?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll message her.
Zira, it's your turn. I think it's unplugged or something. I saw the cable. Nice.
Great.
Oh. Oh no, I don't. I think it's just not working.
I think
Ah.
it was empty.
Oh, that might be the case. That was a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, so she has to plug it.
Can somebody like wave heavily so she might see it? Thank you. I appreciate that. Zira, can you hear us yet?
No, she can't. She just messaged
I
back.
will call her. Wait.
Well, darn. Because it is her turn. Wait, I got it. I got it.
I'm calling her.
I'm calling.
Yeah, want...
Nope,
she's
ik hoor
typing.
niks.
Oh, you don't hear something.
Wait, let me...
Nee, mijn koptelefoon is gewoon uitgegaan en ik krijg het geluid ook gewoon niet over de tv heen.
Just,
Oh.
just ask her what she wants to do for her turn.
What do you want to do for your turn? You can say it
Um,
through my earplugs.
Yeah, we can hear it.
They can hear it.
What was it? Asset spray, let's see. Asset, ja, de asset spray cantrip, degene waarover we moeten maken en hij komt een asset is en... Ja.
Tell her she can't hear anything right now. Or she can't see the creature right now.
You can't see the creature right now.
It's in a
So
hole
you do it with
Utsul.
disadvantage.
No, it's in a hole with Utsul. Like she can't see it.
Oh, wacht, nee, dat is niet... Nee, dan doe ik het inderdaad met disadvantage. Want er is...
Nee.
Is er iemand in 5 feet of?
No,
Nee,
there's
toch?
there's
Nou,
no
ik heb geen idee.
there. Hold up, I'm gonna call her.
Fuck.
Hang up. I'm gonna
Menno,
call her.
Menno gaat je bellen.
Oh Jesus.
Ja, oké.
We got a caller, everybody.
She can't hear something. It's something in her headphones,
fine, it's
and
fine.
she can't fix it. Ah, now
She can go
we'll
and
hear
fix it,
over
try her
hear
after
over
her
Lucas.
Like it's ringing. I don't know. Pick up.
Hey, finally!
Oh, you hear us?
Alright, so
Great.
I fixed it!
now that you can hear us, you saw the Ankeg with biting Utsul at the leg disappear into a hole in the ground. That's why you can't see it. You don't have disadvantage, you just don't have a line of sight.
Well, then I'm just gonna go inside the hole, am I?
Alright. You go 5, 10, 15 feet. You go 15 feet and you go up to the edge of the hole, and about 10 feet down you see mostly Utsil, and behind that the creature who's pulling him at the leg, as dirt is like kind of falling in. Zira stands there and contemplates. I can just let him go. This is my chance.
No one would know.
No one would know.
The perfect murder.
Yeah, but... Wait, gotta check something for that.
But
Oh,
just in
dear.
the distance we can see you.
Just gotta
Just for
check!
nights.
Yes, I would not mind! It's all dying!
Oh Jesus.
Aw.
Jesus.
He's
Zero.
that low on the list. No, okay. I'll just go get my backpack, throw some rope there and scream at him, grab this!
Alright, so Zira used her action to throw down a rope, which is I assume 50 feet long, so yeah, it kind of
Yes.
falls down. It's only 10 feet deep at the moment. After Zira, Bree, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to run up to the hole and
Yeah.
go around the other
5,
because I
10,
don't want to fall
15,
in.
20,
Yeah.
25. You can just barely get up to the edge there.
Yeah, and I want to help Zira by holding her because I think if we're gonna want to pull Utsil out, we have to do some counter
Alright,
on the other
so
side.
you get within 5 feet of Zira, so you can hold her in case she's dragged along with
Yep.
them. Very well.
We can get a chain.
After Bree, Utsil, what do you want to do? You're still grappled, but you also see the rope falling down and Zira yelling, "Grab this rope!" It's also Zira, so 3-year-old kobold.
I don't see anyone else, do I?
No, you don't see Bree. Bree's standing behind. You would not see Bree, from your perspective.
Can I? How fast is it pulling me?
Not incredibly fast. You only went about 10 feet down, which is a lot for the record. But you only went about 10 feet down.
I think. Can I grab the rope as a bonus action?
I'll allow you to grab the rope as a bonus action. Rope as a bonus action, yeah.
I'll just grab the rope twist it around my hand, and then hit it again.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
For 10 points of damage.
Alright, 10 points of damage. You punch it once again in the head as it like... It's just slowly crawling back.
Let go! Alright. Yeah, I still can't move, so...
George, it's your turn.
Well, George will try to move as close as he can, but I mean, that's...
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, that's the closest you get.
Could I not technically, if I were to just go straight in a diagonal, would I not be able to get closer?
Let's see, we're standing here.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, this is a hole. 20, 25, you can get over there.
Oh, well.
Because that's the hole. You can...
Yeah, okay, I thought maybe... But okay. Well, in that case,
Actually,
can't
that's
see
not
anyone.
That's not a hole. That's not a hole. That is a flattened hole. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, you were here. Sorry. 5, 10, 15,
I mean, I think I can
20,
only get where...
25. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
That's the closest. Sorry.
So, I can't see anyone.
No.
That's
You
fair,
can
right?
see me, and you can see me grabbing.
You can't see
grabbing
anyone.
Mira.
And Utsil's like kind of disappearing into the dirt. Even in
Yep.
the hole.
Alright, well, I can hold on to...
Yep, you can hold on to
on the
Bree,
help,
that's what
hold
you
on
wish.
to the rope. And the hammer can just go down, I guess, and attempt to
Because
just
it's
do one
going,
of the...
Because it's going straight down and it's pulling Utsil along with it, I'll allow you to do it, but it will
Can I
have
do like a thump?
it will have like it will have 3/4 cover because of you would have to go around Utsil within the hole to try and hit it.
Sure. I was just thinking I was gonna do like a Mario thump, just
Sure, go for it.
jump into the hole. It's not gonna hit. 17.
Let's see, with the now we got to figure out what 3/4 cover exactly is. I think it's a +5.
It's a +5, yes.
Oh, great. In that case, no, that misses.
So it
Alright.
would be a 19 to hit, right?
In an attempt not to strike Utsil in the face, it just hits the sand beside.
But what if I said I didn't? Would they
Disperse
both
it.
take the damage?
I will not give you that option.
Sure, then that's my turn.
Alright. After George, Angie, it's your turn.
Can I jump in the closest hole?
This is not a hole. This is a flattened hole. Like you'd have to dig to try and find a tunnel there. That's a mistake I
Okay.
corrected myself on before.
Can I make the other hole?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get right there.
No. So I will go back. By the way, I didn't move.
15,
I will cast
30.
Maximilian.
Actually, you can get right over here.
Okay.
So step sideways from there.
Could I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp in the hole?
You can certainly try. With what
I
goal?
will.
a
Grab
great question.
the. Yeah.
Do you have to be
What's
able to
silver
see the
form?
creature?
I'll be. What? Let me see.
And it has to be an unoccupied space. Because it's like digging down and some of the dirt's falling in, an unoccupied space doesn't much exist in there at the moment.
Okay.
Like,
Could I use
I'll
the
say,
hand?
like, you can grab Utsil, but you cannot grab the creature.
Oh no, then I will definitely grab Utsil.
Fair.
Or at least try.
Utsel, make a strength saving throw. I think.
Yeah.
As a massive hand just comes out from the side of this tunnel that's beginning to form.
25.
Yeah, 25. That massive hand just reaches out at you. You're just like, no. You push it away from you. You are not crushed by the hand.
Crushed by the hand.
Restrained, but it would have hurt.
Yeah, no. I'll be fine.
That'll be fine. Anything else, Angie?
I start digging
Alright.
in the other hole.
Well, it's the creature's turn. Can bite only the grapple. Alright, so it is actually going to go and dash as it goes. It went 10 feet down and currently goes to at an angle, digging 20 feet further. And Utsil also.
I am holding the rope.
Right. In that case.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see, you're holding the rope.
And I'm holding on to Zira, and George is holding on to me.
We'll see if it's even able to move you.
Okay.
Utsil, go ahead. Because there's so many people up on top holding the rope, I will say go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage.
All right.
Let's see the creature itself. Alright, what'd you get?
18.
18. It rolled a 17, so it is not able to move you. So as it's not able to move, it will attempt to bite you to just knock you out. Or, well, to kill you, to eat you. It's much easier if you're not allowed to do that.
It did try to dash, right? Or does
It
that
tried
not
to
work?
dash, but it's not even able to move, let alone dash.
Yeah, fair enough.
For a 23 to hit.
That is.
You suffer 10 points of slashing damage, half to 5. And 3 points of acid damage, half to 1. Are you
Alright.
still resisting him moving? Like, are you conscious?
I'm still conscious. don't
Alright,
worry.
at that point, this creature will let go and dig 10 feet. And it just starts going down. You can still...
Reaction?
You can still kind of see it.
Yeah.
You would get a reaction attack if you wish.
I want a reaction attack.
You can try to, like... because you're holding the rope, you can kick it, I would say.
Yeah, fair. There's a natural one.
You try to kick, you hit the sand beside you, no effect. But after its turn, Zira, it's your turn. You see it kind of go at an angle deeper into the earth. And Utsil's hanging from the rope, which you are holding. And Bree is holding you. And George is holding Bree. Also, Angie, the moment you stepped over here, you kind of have to like step over a rope to because it's like going past that. Or
I get it.
No, you'd have to step over Bree holding Zira. It was a very uncomfortable
Interesting.
moment there for a moment. But
Well,
Zira,
it's
what are
not,
you doing?
because
Hey.
Angie and I do everything. Yeah.
Of course.
Bree, hold this, please.
What?
She hands you the rope, which Utsil is
And
hanging from.
go.
And I look back to George and I say, "Don't let go."
Zira hands you the rope and jumps in the hole. If you jump in the hole, you fly past Utsil.
Yeah, can I, if I see her fall... Oh, no, wait. I already used my
You're
reaction.
holding the
Never mind.
rope. And you use
I used my reaction as well.
Yeah. Zira, you do suffer 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack into the dirt below. You kind of like roll.
Kind of disappointing that I'm not like immune against dirt.
No, you're not, because you fell on dirt. You started rolling down, and eventually you stop rolling the moment you hit the creature, like on the side. As it's digging away, you're falling into the tunnel that it's digging. But you're prone and down there. What do you want to do?
I
not here
want
anymore.
to stand up up and shoot the bitch.
Alright, you get up with a bit of like it's hard to stand here, but you manage to do so. It's like slowly digging away from you. You want to shoot him with what?
I'm gonna. I have exactly one good shot left, so I'm gonna do the shot.
He is within 5 feet of
God.
you, so it would be with disadvantage. Just saying.
Ah, frick! Can I move a bit back?
You can.
Like just enough so I have no disadvantage.
You can. In that
Okay,
case,
thank-
it will make an attack of opportunity against you.
What a goddamn bitch it is.
For a 21 to hit,
Yeah, sure.
you suffer 13 points of slashing damage,
I'm fine.
as well as 6 points of acid damage.
I'm a little less fine.
And you are grappled, which means you cannot move 5 feet back.
That's kind of a bitch move of the creature.
Yes, you are bitten and within 5 feet still. What do you want to do?
Fuck it. I'll take the disadvantage.
Go for it.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 still hits.
Okay.
This is your
Yes.
acid gun, right?
Yeah, this is the acid gun.
Alright.
That's 7 points of acid damage.
It had 1 hit point left. You hit it in the back. How do you want to do that?
I'm just looking at it in its face and shoot acid at it.
You're looking at it. Its head's kind of just turned around to try and bite you. It's about to go back, and you just fire right in the face before the body just goes limp there. You kind of look back. Utsil, you're hanging 5 feet down into the tunnel. You see Zira below you. The rope also fell further because it's longer than that. All of you hear the creature come to a rest, and Zira probably yell or cheer with happiness.
Fuck yeah!
She succeeded in slaying the beast.
George
guys-
just immediately
One of the beasts.
pulls the rope like further down with Utu. Grab onto it now! Get out of there!
Are we still in combat?
No, you're not.
Okay. So
As you
I
guys
will
do
try
this,
to-
and Zira and Utsil are pulled back over the edge, there's like... Yeah! There's like a couple people who were standing there, watching this, seeing you all emerge and go,
Can you
Good
do
job!
anything to help us?
I just want to say I am not getting out of the hole until I farmed the acid from that thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
'Cause
I know. I wanted to offer a hand to Zira to get her out of that hole, but she just stays there like.
Yeah,
Wow.
she refuses.
What are you doing?
Alright.
I
She doesn't
want
to get out.
I want to get acid first.
Well, the downside being, Zira, the tools that you would use to do... You have alchemist's tools with you.
Yes.
Alright, in that case, I will allow you to do so. Go ahead and make an alchemist's tools check.
That's an 8. Sad.
Alright. With an 8, you only managed to get 1 vial of acid out of this creature.
At least it's one vial.
Yeah,
And
Something.
there
If
is
you're
also
interested-
another creature.
Yeah, there's also another creature.
So I'm gonna do that one too.
Alright, very well, go for it.
I mean, when the people start clapping, Angie will like make a little bow.
And that's a 21.
Preference. Oui.
21. From that one, you managed to gather 4 vials of acid.
Ah, noise.
Oh, that one is also dead.
Yeah, both of them are dead.
Oh, I thought one got away.
No. One died
one-
because it was skewered by Angie's spiritual weapon.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the one that tried to get away, I slayed because I want that beer.
Exactly.
I am committed.
There was a group of about 10 people watching. That now that the event kind of ended and Zira is busy trying to get the acid out of it, have kind of moved on with their day. But the stable master does return to you and goes, well, I didn't actually expect that to work, but you made it work.
Well, of course it worked.
We were the big five.
I
Of
guess
course
I'm
we can
covered
make it
in
work.
dirt.
We are
Yeah, you both are.
the big five.
I'm just walking up to him and point my finger. Never underestimate me again.
Well,
Calm down,
Ira, it's
Zira.
Be
okay.
nice
Come
to
on.
him, Zira.
I certainly won't, but at the same time, 2 of you did get dragged into the... And there's a big hole now. I'll fix that
Well,
later.
Well,
That's
yeah, but
part of the
No.
business.
Give me a deer.
Please, you know.
Right.
Zira,
Well,
come.
Just please.
I'm very annoyed right now because I'm covered in dirt and didn't
I
get
will-
as many vials of acid as I wanted.
I'll cast,
I'm almost dead. I'm just like there. Don't relax.
Cast a
I am
cure
also
wounds.
very close to death, by the way.
I cast a cure
How?
wounds on Zira.
Aye. He goes, well, first of all, are all of you okay?
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
fine.
use a little rest.
I cast a cure
Seven
wound
up.
on Utsil.
Yeah, that won't do much, but thanks.
There. 7 hit points, Zira. Now you're
Go and
back
roll
to
for that,
normal.
by the way.
I'm almost back to normal.
He goes, very well. Well, as I said, money or mounts, it's up to you. And
Well,
all
you
of
heard
wish-
her.
Well, a deer, but the rest in gold, or do you wish to procure more?
Well, is the deer
another-
gonna carry all of us?
I don't think...
Well,
It will be lucky if it manages to carry... Well,
Well,
either one of
then
you
we
two,
probably
kind of
will
pointing
take
at
3.
Zira and Angie. Or
Could-
not
could
Angie, Bree.
Well,
get
I'd
two
like a
horses?
horse.
could we get 2 horses and a cart extra then? Or a cart we can
I don't
pay
have
for,
a
but...
cart, but come along. And he kind of leads you
Maybe we
Uh,
can make one.
to
let's
to
just buy
his
one.
stables where you have your choice in. He has a lot of horses, so you have a choice in plethora of gender and color. That same doesn't go for the deer. Those he only sells females because he only has 1 male.
Sad. I wanted one with antlers.
But you can get a deer, which
Yeah.
is they do come with saddles and bridles.
The deers?
Both
All of them.
the horses and
what-
the deer.
I do want. Which deer looks the prettiest?
Well, as I said, there's a plethora. What kind of things would Zira find pretty in a deer?
Let me just look up pretty deer.
Go for it.
You don't have an elephant, do you?
Yeah, you would like that, won't you?
Not
Compensating.
compensating.
Well, if there's I don't know how it's called in English, but halflinger, I like that. It's like a brown pony with blonde and light
Oh,
It's
he has
like
he
hair.
has ponies as
Really?
well. Like he has ponies and he has horses.
Yeah,
on a horse.
but halflinger's also a horse. Only it's a race.
A pony.
It's
It can also be a horse. It's not that small.
It's a pony.
But
Well,
you can
a black
certainly
horse is also
get
great.
one.
I like a brown one
I'm pretty sure.
or golden.
Pony. Pony is a medium beast, so that means that only small creatures can ride on it. Same goes for the deer. Basically, can only be ridden by small creatures. And then, if you guys wish, you can get a horse next to that, or a. Also, the deer
Yes,
and the
please.
pony are not strong enough to pull a cart because they are medium sized.
Yeah, I wanted to say we should get something that can carry a cart.
Yeah, just give me
Should
a
we
horse.
just get 2 riding horses?
Ooh, I'd like one with spots, like a tinker or something.
Sure, that's
Does it matter?
Yeah, it
completely
does.
doable.
I want the most elegant horse in the stable.
Sure.
That's the pretty deer.
And the other one must be loyal, very kind.
Eh?
Yeah, horse.
So you want a very
Yeah.
lightly colored deer, Zira.
Yes.
A very nice, nice light colors. The most elegant looking horse is one that's completely black.
Of
with
course.
very shiny
Yes.
fur. And there you can procure a horse with spots as well if you wish.
Yeah,
Both they'll come, as I said, with bridles and saddles and a week's worth of feed.
Okay.
Um,
Are there males, females?
both. It's up to you. I'm
Milk,
just saying,
yeah.
whatever you want. Go ahead and describe the perfect horse to me that you wish to have.
Well, I sent you a picture.
Stable Master does tell you that they are trained without using the names and merely using sound. So if you wish to name the horse or deer, you are able to do so.
Yes. Yes.
I don't
yes.
wish to form any unnecessary attachments to
Yes.
animals that merely
Yes.
carry me and will die inevitably in the road.
Shut up, George.
You are
Shut up.
harmless.
What?
Shut up.
George, the moment you say that, the Stable Master shoots a quick glance at Zira.
She'll kill the deer.
No, she won't.
She will get it killed.
I'm gonna.
Maybe.
Zira, you are
Oh.
responsible for your deer. If it dies, it is your fault.
Yeah, sure.
it dies, it
I'll take
dies.
care of it.
You
Oh,
feed
no,
it.
In an unrelated note, I'm gonna look for my dagger.
Right.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Maybe your deer can help.
By the way, Lucas, I'm sending you the picture of the perfect horse.
Sure.
24.
So you know what I'm talking about.
24.
And I'd like it to be a girl.
Easily enough. You know where you sent it. You find it stuck between two rocks. Kind of get
There's
lodged
this
in
guy
there.
in between it.
There's a guy there. No. But you find your dagger back.
I mean, where was the audience standing? Because technically,
just-
you know.
The start.
I'm just slowly creeping up to George, contemplating. Should I? Nah. Oh, I'll wait.
The audience was standing next to the gate through which you entered. So, the picture you sent me actually, Sky, is a draft horse which has specific stats in D&D if you wish.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the wide feet. It's good for. It's a little stronger, good for pulling carts and stuff.
That's good because we
That's
wanna
that's
get
your
a car.
goal.
Yep, but she also needs to be loyal, and I want her to be a her.
Sure.
I
That's reasonable.
also sent you a picture of
Yeah, I
my beautiful horse.
saw it. Horse with long black mane. It's doable.
I want
Curls
to
on
her
give
neck,
her
neck.
name
Because it's awesome.
Sure. What do you wish to name your horse?
Jill,
Hey, your horse is named Jill.
after my cousin Jillian.
Hmm. Does your horse or Zira your deer have a name?
I'm thinking of a name.
I'm still thinking.
Name. But you guys are rewarded. You are given your mounts, including saddles and bridles. The moment you guys walk out, whilst you're on the way of walking out, standing not too far away on a field across the road, some 200 feet to your left, you now emerging here for the first time on this side of the city. You notice that there's on an open field. There's a caravan of carts, like multiple carts, kind of connected to each other like a train. There's about 5 carts in half a circle, in front of which there is a very odd high fence, where you can currently see standing 3 massive elks, which are about the same size as the hill giant you fought, which are massive, for the record.
Okay.
You notice that now, being on this side of the city for the first time. And as you guys walk out, there's like the few lost people that are dispersing from having watched whatever you guys were doing there. But standing behind, as the crowd leaves, staying there, seems to be a... At first you're confused, because it seems that about 5 feet away from the gate, in the middle in front of it, is a rather small tree that is standing there. It is, you take a moment to look at it, and it very quickly reminds you, for those who are, I would say, either trained in nature or history, reminds you of what a treant would look like. Although
Hey,
it is
both.
about the size of Bree. It is.
It's a baby!
It is very small. It is very clean. There's no moss growing on it. It is the bark is kept very clean. There's no bugs on it. No overgrown leaves or other weeds. And where a treant would normally have a face, there's a hole where the eye should be, like a small TV screen almost. That kind of goes into a darker void, but there's two small beads of yellowish glowing light, which seem to look like eyes. Which speaks in a language which I think one of you must understand. Do any of you speak Sylvan?
Yeah, me!
Alright. In that case, Zira, you understand it speaking Sylvan as it goes, am I correct in saying that you are all the big five, the ones that messed around with Mr. McLeod?
Yes, that was us.
None of you can understand what he is saying, by the way.
Why is this ornament talking to us?
Don't be rude.
It looks like
Don't mind
what do you
him.
say- What do you say that we thought it was? A treant?
It looks like very for those trained in either nature or history, kind of looks like a treant, but it's very, very small for a treant.
I'm trained in both. So.
It looks like
Oh,
a mailbox to me.
In that case, make a nature check for me. You might actually know exactly what this is.
Because I'm both proficient in nature and history. 18.
18. What is standing in front of you is a very cleanly kept woodwode, which is a form of living plant.
A woodwode?
How
How do you spell that?
Well, wood.
Yeah.
W-O-A-D. Woad. But as it's standing in front of you, it says that to you, Zira, and noticing that you're the only one that can understand it, it turns to you and he goes, well, my master would wish to speak to all of you if you would have some time.
Sure.
And he goes, immediately after that he goes, very well, follow me. And he turns to the
Zira.
left and starts walking into the city.
What
Okay,
in the
follow.
world are you speaking?
I'm speaking very fancy elfish. Now, follow the tree guy. And I follow
Zira.
him.
This could be a lure, you know. He's not luring you to a white cart, right? With there's no candy, right? He didn't promise you anything.
I did explain to George what it was.
Well, you can explain it now.
Well, this thing is a woodwode. It's a kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
tree and
Yep.
I don't know much about it, so personally. So, but
Yeah,
I assume Utsu would know.
They are not inherently
Let's
evil.
follow.
So it's not necessarily immediately a danger. This one seems to be somewhat civilized. Although it is a very rare sight. And that's about as much as you would know.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is walking away.
I am following it.
And Zira is following it.
Yeah. Well, let's follow them at least.
Are you eating a pizza from the crust side?
Yeah?
You started at the...
Yeah?
Wait, you start at the crust side?
Yeah.
Not at the point?
You monster.
Get out of my game!
What is this? Get out.
She is
Alright,
a
guys.
monster,
I can't handle this. As you guys are following the woodwode into Illinois, we're gonna take a break. Jesus Christ. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. We're gonna go to the bathroom, grab a drink, eat pizza from the wrong fucking way, I guess. And we'll see you guys as we're picking up with you guys following the woodwode. Welcome back, everyone, to the second part of this stream. We took a short break, but we're going to be continuing as the party just defeated the Onkegs and was rewarded with some trained horses and a deer, which the horses were named Jill and Lancelot, and the horse was named Leaf, both as in a leaf as
It's
well
a
as
bear.
leaving. You guys follow this the small walking tree into the city. Zira being the only one to understand it, and some of you needing, mostly George, needing some convincing to before actually following it. But you all eventually do so, I assume.
Yeah, sure.
Zira
walk-
is the only one that can understand this. So,
Yeah.
I'm very worried that she's mistranslating or maybe making things up.
I think we will be fine. If it leads us into a trap, we're still all together. So
Right.
I mean, where can it possibly lead us that it's gonna be trouble?
Walking tree or bush.
My friend, you have not heard of ants or tree ants before then much.
What?
You have not heard of tree ants before much, have you?
That was
What?
his reaction.
I understood what you said. I just don't understand what you're saying.
See,
Well,
that's his reaction.
Yeah, no, okay. These are tree ants, the walking trees.
What?
They're an actual thing. There are more of them.
No.
Yes, there
Yeah,
are.
No, there are.
Trees don't walk.
I mean, there's
Well,
walking
some
rocks,
do.
so still
Trees don't walk, but
Usually they don't, but some do.
yeah.
That's just
Sentient
stories.
creatures. Well, no, apparently not. It's right there.
That's
That-
clearly a costume.
George, you have much to learn about this world. It's good that you left
Left
to
the
do
nest.
some exploring.
Well, mainly I'm here to learn more about smithing. I don't really. But sure.
Well, now you can also learn about the world.
Well, that will only distract me from my goal.
Now you know that walking trees exist. That's something at least. I will learn. I will teach you more. Don't worry.
I haven't someone met this stubborn, except for my uncle Don, because he's also this stubborn as this guy, this fella.
I'm not. Well. I just deny to believe
are.
that as walking trees, that's all.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
can
see
understand why
circles, you
it's weird.
point. So you're stubborn.
Where I'm from, there's not even much trees anyway. Anyway.
Yeah.
Next thing you say, trees can talk.
No, he was talking
These
to her.
can.
These can.
I can't understand them.
No, well, me neither, but if you learn the language, you could.
That's the language.
What's the language?
You're telling
What do
me
you
that
mean?
what that thing is doing is a language.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like dwarfish, that's also a language.
Well, of course it is.
It's all just wiggly air, my friend.
As this
Sure.
wood boat leads you all through Illinois, it eventually leads you to a central tree, which is much bigger than any of the other ones and reaches much further into the sky, which is placed next to the outer walls of the castle within the city. The wood boat leads you off of the main road and into a side path. There's grass on either side, and as it passes, at one point you guys see growing out of the ground is a natural structure as just vines and roots begin curling around each other, forming this this bar, which normally you see outside of taverns and inns to tie horses to. And as it kind of just grows out there, the wood boat tells you, Zira, you can leave your mounts here for the time being.
Okay.
As it just continues walking.
I leave the deer there.
You guys wrap the bridles
You
around
leave
the
the deer there?
You wrap the
Leave
bridles around
alone.
the
And
wood
you
boat
leave there.
before eventually making your way, following the wood boat, who continues walking towards this tree. And you're walking to it, and here and there you see small windows or a small balcony. But there seems to be, this path kind of leads into the tree itself and just ends there. There's no door, there's no window, there's nothing. And the wood boat kind of continues and just walks into the tree, just kind of merging with it. As if it almost like absorbed, as if it walked into some type of guillotine and just disappears into the tree. As it went in, by the way, Zira, it tells you, wait here.
I'll wait. I'll wait, and I'll wait and see if someone just walks into the tree.
So don't
It's
tell
worse
anyone?
than
I'm
I
curious.
thought.
No.
Right, so Zira can
I'm
just
curious,
stop
can I-
there in front of the tree.
I just walk on and like poke it.
Tree. Bark.
Okay.
This is worse than I thought. These elves live in trees, they're hippies.
Why are you so? Oh my god! You can't just put people in boxes like that.
Well, they put dwarves as slaves. What do you mean? I can't put them into a box.
Not everyone does that. Not
Well,
these
elves do.
tree ants.
Technically, we're humans.
It's an elven city.
McLeod
allowed
was
it.
Human. That fair.
Fair.
You guys stand there for a moment. Angie pokes the tree. You poke it and wait there for a moment, and the bark itself just splits, slowly opening in this small doorway where there is actually a very nicely carved door ahead of you. Nice wooden handle.
These would all catch on fire.
A few very
I try and
tiny stained glass windows.
Let's go in.
You move the handle, and the door opens up. You'll enter, and on the inside, on the floor, you see the many rings that any tree would have, like the rings from age. It is. You enter in a very nice home-like environment. The inside of this tree is very smooth wood. There's decorations on the wall, various paintings of landscapes and forests and animals. There's a couple of very comfy-looking sofas with a nice table in the middle on which some food currently rests. And where you expect there to be a fireplace, there is a couple of gemstones that seem to be glowing with a warm reddish light, and there's actually some heat that reflects from them.
Nice.
Rather
Smart
than
to don't
put it on fire.
Yeah, smart to not have fire inside this treehouse.
Yeah, this is just a safety hazard.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys enter, the wood boat just comes out of the wall. Again, as if pushed through nothing. It just kind of stands behind you all. This time he says, and all of you manage to somehow understand him when he says, "Just sit down for a minute. The master will be with you shortly."
Alright.
And I sit down on the closest sofa.
We'll sit down.
I'm just gonna sit on the ground.
Zira, you still understand this to be Sylvan. Most of the rest of you all hear this as common.
Okay.
George will just wander around, sometimes just
Wander around, you knock
judging the
wood a bit.
interior.
As you guys kind of take your rest, the woodwood once again disappears into the wall.
How could anyone live in here?
There seems to be as you're walking around, you see a bookshelf on one side. There's a set of very nicely made wood elven leather, like full set of it.
Knew it.
It's just very nice and gently composed.
I love it here.
I hate it.
I'm
Why?
gonna invest into a treehouse.
No, you don't. That is a terrible thing to do, especially with your hobbies. You will put this place on fire immediately.
Yeah, or burn it down with your acid.
You need something far more sturdy and far more well made than this. Unacceptable. Look at this. Typical wood elves.
What's your deal today? You're
They're the
so...
worst.
And he
I
says
mean,
he's not my dad.
Well, you are constantly calling him your dad, and then when he acts like a dad, you are like, you're not my dad.
No, I said, and he says he's not my dad.
Oh yeah, yeah he is. How does it feel,
Well-
George, to have a child?
She's not my child. I'm just responsible for it. Which none of you are. The most
Well,
responsible
she-
here with her is Utsul, and that says a lot about all.
As you guys are
Anyway.
arguing,
Your curses, your fucking doodle.
you notice that this room itself, it doesn't have a staircase, but you do notice that you do know from the windows outside that there should be multiple floors to this. But as you guys are arguing for a moment, and George, you're still walking around, stepping out from the from beside the fireplace, stepping out from the wall, is the same wood boat again that just kind of stands there.
By Moradin. Stop doing that.
Following him on the right side, stepping out, seems to be an elven male, dressed in very nice green and gold garb with a white undertone. Just long flowy robes. He has a set of very long, sleek black hair, not unlike Elkian's. He himself possesses over very deep brown hazelnut-colored eyes. As he kind of steps forward, he has both hands covered in either sleeve, the points of which almost touch the ground. He kind of steps out and he goes, "I'm very thankful that you were all willing to meet. I'm sorry, if I'm correct, George, would you mind sitting down?"
Does he know your name?
Hold up. First of all, why do you know what my name is?
Well, you're pretty
Well-
famous, Dad.
At this point, he himself steps forward, and as he steps forward, he kind of gets it to an angle from the fireplace, and from the ground, just similar to what happened outside, just some vines and roots grow up out of the ground and form this nice, cozy chair that he sits in. He goes, "All of your names have been going around town recently, and I was willing... Well, I wanted to see what I was dealing with. So, if you do not mind, sit yourselves down. For the record, let's see. Bree, you speak Elvish, and Zira, you speak Elvish. Both of you hear this as Elvish. Rest of you all hear this as common.
Okay.
He sits down and he goes, "I heard of all of your exploits with Lord MacLeod, and from a personal note, thank you for getting rid of him. He was rather obnoxious.
You're welcome.
So,
And can you tell us who you are?
of course,
Yeah.
I am Nestrin, Archmage of, head of the Archmage of the Mysteria. It's a collective. I was interested in your exploits that you've had recently, as far to my recollection, you all appeared out of, well, thin air, and have been doing some rather interesting things.
Well, you appear from thin air as well.
It is the way I get around and keep nosy people out of my
Well-
business.
I'll just say, I didn't came out of thin air, I came out of an egg.
Right.
Right.
She hatched 3 years ago.
Anyway.
Let's not talk about that. Why do you need us?
Well, I was first of all very interested in what you guys came to do here. You've made quite a
Oh,
name for
no.
yourselves by engaging in such affairs as Mr. MacLeod, and you have powerful friends in Bran. Who are you and where did you guys come from?
Wait a second, and I think I speak for all of us. Why are you so nosy?
I am myself, I'm just interested in others' exploits. I do myself not get out very much lately. And I've heard interesting stories.
Do you have like a map of the jungle?
I must somewhere.
Okay, get it. Or let someone else get it. Just get it here.
Waves to the wood boat who walks into the tree. And about 10
Yeah,
seconds
you
later
tell him.
comes walking out. Holding this roll. And he kind of... The woodboy kind of comes over to you and he rolls out this map in front of you. And it's a map of the... most of what's mapped from the jungle's edge of Dorelia, which isn't much.
Can I find my cave?
You can find Primoria, and it's not too far from there, although your cave specifically isn't marked.
Know which general area my cave is?
You kind of know. You kind of just point at the middle of the jungle.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm Zira, and like I was born there, and that's where I came from. I lived there all my life and just recently
Okay, well-
left.
I don't think that's what you want to know.
No.
But why do you want to know about us? You're
I mean, we haven't done much yet.
Well, as
not
far as
really.
I've heard, you've saved quite a few people from goblins, was it? People's recollection was rather odd.
Orcs.
Orcs,
Also.
Orc.
giants, or well, large.
One giant.
larger.
One hill
One-
giant.
I noticed you
But yes, we did.
returned in the company of Elkian. Is this something that happens regularly with you, or have you met him just recently? Because
Well, I just showed you where I came from, right? Yeah, that's where I met him. He was there, and he was like, can you get me out of this cave, please? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then we left. And then we found these weirdos along the way.
I mean,
Hey,
we had some dealings with him, but other than that, not really.
Because, as to my recollection, he did leave with a group of rather adventurous individuals, but that is not you.
Oh yeah, they all died.
That is a shame.
It's
wait,
sad.
why do you want? Do you know him? Do you work with him?
I do not work with him. I am concerned about some of the things he returns with. And some of the things he tries to
Like
come
what?
with. And many of the groups he travels with do not return. That's why I was confused when he did return with one. It's
So you want to know
merely-
what is special about it?
It is merely an interest, but if you've not known him for that long, maybe that's the reason you were successful in returning. Did he make you do any jobs for him?
Yep.
Protect him, but other than
Yes,
That's
yes,
it.
he sent us to a
that,
town,
you.
to
Yep.
a
Mm,
cave,
Zira.
to a cave.
Zira,
Zera.
Yes?
To a tower?
Zira.
I started with tower. Yes?
Don't tell everything to strangers, okay?
Why not?
Because information, maybe he hates Elkin, he wants to kill him, and then...
But why would he hate Elkian? Who would hate Elkian now?
Because
Well,
not
he is
all
a
Make
bit
her
of a-
people are
upset.
He is a bit
Don't
of a
make her
prick.
upset.
There's it, but it's... The point is,
But
Don't trust
Elkian
anyone.
gave me jelly!
Nestor
don't trust
himself
anyone
kind
at
of,
face
like,
value.
leans back slightly before going, well, I don't trust him completely, and some of the things he returns with are of intricate arcane nature, and he simply sells it to whomever pays the most. Which I
Well,
find
that's how it
rather
works,
difficult.
right?
And then coming back with different groups many of the times, or leaving with a group and returning with none. I was just interested.
Well, that's just because he's very lazy and lets other people do the hard work, and then they die.
I
That's a
kneel
good
down
one.
in front of Zira and be like, Zira, you have to understand. not all people are nice. So maybe it's smart to not tell everybody about what we are doing and the information we have.
But why isn't everyone nice?
They're not the
Oh,
boys.
Zera, let's just do it. Just let's not talk. Just
That's life, baby. That's life.
That's
we'll
indeed
talk. We'll
life.
talk about that later.
I will explain to you sooner than later.
You are all a curious bunch.
as are you.
But I am. I did come here, asked most of you to come here with a purpose. And
yeah, I figured.
you have all proven yourselves to be capable in at least some shape or form, if it was true what they have told you about what you did in the jungle, as well as with Lord McLeod. And if Wilfred told me correctly, you just defeated a group of insects.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty big ones. They got me by the leg.
I wouldn't call them just insects.
They were
Well,
Got me by the leg
We
and,
defeated
tried to pull me
them,
down.
and I got a dare.
Right. Well,
By the way, still bloodied from that fight.
yeah.
And I'm still dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I came out of the fight with 18 hit points after the cure wounds, so.
Nice.
Oh, I'm at 17.
By the way, when he said Wilfred, he was pointing over to the wood boat.
Yeah.
He then goes, well, I actually had a job for all of you if you were not too busy.
What's the job?
Since the past week, there has been an odd arcane anomaly some miles south of here in a valley. Arcane energies that sparks and lingers sometimes, affecting local fauna and flora. I am not sure what it does, but I needed somebody to go and check it out. And your group seems to be more than capable of doing such a thing. Rather than myself having to go out on my own, none of my allies were particularly interested.
Honestly, you sound just like Elk.
That is fair. We are interested in the same things, although I do not sell my research.
Well,
That's a big difference.
Question for you!
Yes?
And I go in my backpack and grab one of the books I have. Do you perhaps speak this language?
He takes it and opens it. And he kind of flips a couple of pages before going, the language I do not speak, although it is familiar. Handing it back to you. That book is not unlike some of the things that Elkien is selling.
That's why I didn't give him to him. It's mine. I found it.
Right. Well, I would heed caution with the information that does reside within those books.
I really want to learn the language, though.
it wouldn't happen to be about forging.
This particular book does not seem to be, no.
Oh well, doesn't matter.
Though books have returned on various subjects, ranging from history, geology, but also spell books. And I assume that forging is not necessarily something that would be excluded from those options.
Well, if you are so acquainted with everyone around here, which you seem to know
I'm
a
not
lot of
acquainted,
people.
I just make sure that I know people of interest.
Well, would you know any local blacksmiths or...
We ourselves do not have many master craftsmen, not in Illinois itself, although if I would have to point you somewhere, the local smith would probably be the best bet, but...
Well, I've been to I think I've been to him, you know, like a master craftsman, like a proper...
There
a
are
guild.
There are proper wood elven smiths that live in the port city, but I doubt that they will be... They don't forge in the same way that you do. You work with metals, I assume. They do not. They forge and craft with different types of wood. If it's of your interest, I would tell you to go and...
Well, that's called carpentry, but I also, I'm a carpenter myself.
Interestingly enough, it is not carpentry. They actually forge it in the same way that you would metal, bending it and shaping it to their wills, not unlike iron. But if it's your interest, you should go and see them. But I don't think in Illinois you will find what you are looking for.
Well, it's a nice expedition, George.
Well, actually, I am interested in it because I can certainly see use in being able to bend wood. If that is a thing.
I myself am not too familiar with the process, but if you do wish to go ahead and travel there, I don't have any acquaintances, apart from the fact that I know that it exists. It's not my realm of expertise.
Very well. Well, it was worth a shot.
As he sits there, he goes, "But for what I was offering, this arcane anomaly has been appearing for the past week. I wish to know its source. If it is some uncovered artifact or a mere natural occasion. I wish to find out what its source is, and if it's possible, either report on it or bring it back to me. In return, I know that you people work for gold. I can offer 2,500 gold pieces, or a choice out of various magical items that I have procured over my years of travel. Depending on which you would be more interested." And he kind of, once again, waves over to Wilfred, who walks into
do
the
it.
wall, and comes walking back with a small wooden chest. And he sets it on the table in front and opens it up. On one side, it's split in two sides. On one side, there is 2,500 gold pieces stacked up nicely. On the other side is a plethora of odd items. Carefully explaining three things that are in there. He takes out a set of goggles. Give me one moment to find the proper description of what it looks like.
Who could use goggles here?
Well, it is a set of seeming iron and copper design. Oh, it had around the eyes itself, where inside of which there's two bluish looking lenses. The design on the side seems to be somewhat have the shape of leaves that kind of like point out to either direction, and it has a nose cover, almost making it look like an owl. He says these are a set of goggles of night, which will, for mechanics turn, give somebody dark vision out to 60 feet. He brings out a wand that is made out of twisted roots and puts it out in front. He says, "This is a wand of entanglement, which allows you to cast a rather simple conjuration spell to possibly restrain enemies if you are fighting." Brings out a small wooden ring that's nicely carved with brass edges and goes, "This is a ring of the Root Walker, which will, if you are traveling through such hard to converse terrains as woodlands or roots caused by, for example, the entanglement spell, will mostly negate those abilities, as well as giving you an easier time trying to disguise yourself whilst you are traveling through the woods." And finally, and he begins taking out a small wand, and the moment he raises it out of the chest itself, it kind of just elongates into this staff that would normally not fit in there. He puts it in front of him, kind of leaning against the table, and goes, "This is a traveler's cane, which is, apart from being magical and able to cast a rather simple cantrip, could also be used by travelers to create a rather nice, luxurious tent that most people should be able to fit in, if it is something that your traveling group might be interested in. You could choose for either one of these items or for the gold on the opposite side, if you are interested in taking on this job." Kind of such.
One of these items or gold.
That's correct.
I'll do it for the gold.
Well, can't we pick after we're done?
That is up to you. I just thought it fair that you know whatever you are working for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Thank you very much.
I'll do it though.
It should not be too hard to find if you travel through the woods south of Dorelia and you keep going until you find a rather large open valley. That's where most of the arcane surges have been coming from. The exact origin I have not yet been able to determine, so that would be up to you.
Okay.
And which way is it?
South of here. Which is, if you step outside the door and it kind of points in a direction, which is, for those who are aware, is south.
Sure, you pointed to east though.
Shoots a quick glance at you. If you wish to have the gold can be yours if you do successfully return, having reported on these findings or bring back whatever causes it, or of course you can choose one of the items if that is of your interest. I do not have a time frame on this, if you wish, but I wish to have it done somewhat soon, rather than having to find a new group that could go out there. I'm interested to see what the Big Five is capable of.
Right.
We'll
I
see
mean-
what we can do.
Yes, we can try if everyone is up to it. Because
I
we
am.
did kind of have plans, I think, or not. But
How far was it away again from the south or from here?
Should be no more than 4 hours.
Oh, we can take a quick look.
and we can
The
try.
thingy we wanted to go isn't leaving for like 6 days, so.
Yeah.
Well, we can
Oh yeah,
sleep.
that's true.
We can sleep first. You know,
Or have a short rest can also.
that's really not gonna do anything for me.
You can once
Yeah,
also
but-
back.
But how? What time is it on a day?
At the moment, it's like 11.
No, we're not gonna sleep.
Well, I'm not saying immediately sleep, but I'm saying let's.
We can do it tomorrow because
Yes, that's.
by
what
the time we're there, it's like 5, and getting back will make it
9.
9.
Yeah. Math, it's hard,
I'm very
I know.
smart, except for small maths.
Mhm.
Yeah, we best leave early in the morning tomorrow,
Exactly.
so that we are back before nightfall.
Yes. Okay.
Then today, we can just rest a bit.
I'm gonna go read my book.
Mhm. As you all get up to leave, Nestrin, he himself also stands up. The chair he was standing on kind of reverts back into the floor. He goes, well, I wish you all good luck. Be safe. And if it's not something that you're able to transport back here, just report on what it was.
Right.
DM,
That'd be fine.
I send you a question.
That I will answer
Could you
after the
answer?
campaign. Or after the... not campaign. After the session.
Oh, okay. Because actually, okay. Never mind.
You will exit the tower, leaving through the same door you came in. The moment the door closes behind you, the wood reverts back into a natural state of bark.
What a show off.
You guys can get your mounts back, after which the rail that was built there out of root also once again disappears into the floor.
Honestly, he tried to scam us into getting one of his toys. None of you are actually considering it, right?
To just
No.
go there? Why?
No. The job I am fine with. I mean the toys.
Well, I don't see why one of them would be more than 2,500 gold. But
I don't believe that one of them is even worth half of that.
don't know. I don't know much about magical artifacts.
Dark vision. You're born with that. So why does that even matter?
Well, it matters for us.
Not everyone.
What?
It matters for us.
These ladies don't have dark vision.
Yep.
We are
not
blind
born with
when
it.
it's dark.
Oh, that must be
That
terrible.
explains a lot.
Yeah. Didn't you
Alright.
know that?
I mean, that's the reason why I
Of course
always
I did.
had my lights on, actually, when we're in the dark.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. I thought
Maybe
you were just
John-
afraid of the dark.
Maybe Georgia thought
not
you wanted
exactly.
to see colors. 'Cause
A person is not
dark
afraid of
vision-
the dark. A person is afraid of what the things he cannot see.
Are you
it
trying to,
just
like,
means being afraid of the dark.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
exactly how you describe it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's
I'm
like
gonna
me
go
saying
read
I'm
my
not
book.
claustrophobic.
Have fun, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
What are you gonna do?
Like I said, I'm gonna read my book.
No.
Every moment I get, I'm gonna spend on it.
Sure.
Still, I think we can just buy. Can't we just buy something that can help you?
I'm
See.
actually not sure. I haven't
Buy
seen
goggles
much
at night.
magical.
I
We know
mean-
it exists now.
I mean, I have my lights. I can cast it as well, so I
Exactly,
don't
of light.
see the problem.
Hold on.
See the problem.
Yeah, I was gonna make the terrible joke as well, but I refrained myself from it.
Well,
No,
you
I
have to
didn't.
do a little bit more your best because this is not a good joke. Not a joke I would write down.
I wasn't.
Well, I was. I did. I wasn't going. I thought it was. pretty
Anyhow,
pro-
I thought it was funny as well.
It was.
That's
Yeah.
for- maybe it's because you don't have dark vision, you cannot appreciate it. But I think it's pretty.
Excuse you?
The dark
Yeah,
vision
you-
goggles are also not the only thing he was offering.
No, that's
the-
true.
Well,
between
wasn't
the
it
magic
just one
items-
thing?
Yeah, it was one magic item or the gold.
Yeah, that's not fair. I think it's 2 magic items or the gold because 1 magic item it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's trying to scam us.
Yep.
well, then we can always go for the gold. But after this, what are we going to do then?
No, we need to head east, right? That was the whole thing.
I mean, yes, but we still have like how many days?
Well,
Well,
why
think of-
do we need to wait on the caravan? We have horses now.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's also very true.
We can stay as long
I
as we
can
want.
make a cart in that time, or at least attempt to.
Well,
I mean,
And we can
Yeah.
train Jill to pull the cart.
You wouldn't have
Right.
to train a horse to pull a cart. It's rather simple.
But she has to adjust to it because she... I don't believe
Why
she
would-
has pulled a
why would
cart
she-
before.
why would she just slap that horse on a
Yeah,
cart?
just
will
put
be
it on
fine.
the cart and make sure she
Yeah.
doesn't have side visions. Or, you know,
People.
They-
so she doesn't get distracted.
don't get attached too much to your horses. I'm telling you right now.
I'm not getting attached to her.
Right?
Just gonna cry when she dies, okay?
Because if we're getting hungry on the road,
Oh, wait, I
No.
still have that. No, I still have that
No.
giant pot that guy sold us.
we could
Yeah.
throw the horses right in
We're
there.
gonna do that. No!
Well, we could do that. I've
Yeah,
eaten
well-
those
what
before. It's
what
quite good.
do you have against the
Yeah.
horses?
I have
I am
nothing
very
against the
thankful
horses.
I'm not here for this conversation.
I'm aware.
No.
For you, let's just get that out of the way. You get 1 additional day of learning the language.
Yeah, but like I am actually aware I don't hear this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But the thing is, you know, is any one of you?
I am not here.
I'm not,
Mhm.
stop talking to me, Zara. You're not here.
Keep
Is
hearing
any one
voice
of you
pictures.
capable of carpenting?
No.
Smitten.
Well,
Navigating.
can I with Tinker's tools? No, right?
Well,
No.
that's something different, I think.
Tinkering
No.
This is
and
not
Have a
really
shovel
a-
if you need it. A mining
Well, not
pick.
It's not really a
thinking.
task that
I've
is
seen
learned in-
people do it before because
Right.
there's a carpenter in my family, but
Sure. That's not gonna help me. I don't think that's.
no, I'm just asking Lucas if that's gonna help me or.
If
Wait,
you've seen
um,
carpentry, that's very nice. I've also watched
Yeah.
a couple YouTube videos. Doesn't make me a carpenter.
You can certainly watch
Yeah.
me carpent, but I mean, I need somebody who can actually
Yeah.
help me as well.
Yeah, if
no,
you need,
I
Go find someone else
if
because
you
I
need
can't
someone
help
that's able
you.
to help you with that stuff, you need someone who's proficient in that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Um,
guess I'm probably gonna have
Yep.
someone.
You know what I am gonna do is probably search for a map of the area we need to go to in the east. Because I
Well-
can navigate a route through that.
I'm gonna look for the materials for a cart.
Well, Utsil,
I'm
you know
gonna take
that
care of the horses.
the travel east, you're traveling into Mornadale and Genova, which are the most civilized of countries on the continent. You don't need to map a road. They exist. There are paved
Well,
roads that go
It
from
would still be
Dorelia to...
it would still be nice to know which
Sure.
road we need to go. And we need to also head back into the jungle afterwards. So
If you guys are planning on doing
when we get back, I mean.
I mean, you guys don't yet have a plan for when you have arrived back in Genova, I assume.
I mean,
We are
Yeah,
an
my
improv group. We'll improvise.
I don't
There's
even
probably
know
a
why.
smith.
Yeah,
Well,
and
first
we can
one
also
is-
visit my parents and crash there. That's great.
What?
I lived in Genova, so my parents are there.
Well, if we're going there, I mean, I want to see my family maybe. My mother.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay for too long. We've already stayed in this place for too long.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bother your parents.
That's
They're great folk, and they do cook. They do prepare dinner great.
Well,
Yeah, but
I've
I
not
don't
and
want
been
to sit on my
away
ass
from
for
my
too long.
family. I've never been away from my family for this long, so I actually kind of want to see them again.
Well, neither
I
have
know you're a homesick girl, but yeah, kind of.
I mean, if we are in the area,
it cool?
maybe we can just stop by for one night and then we can go on our merry way.
I just don't want to stay in cities for too long.
Well,
That doesn't
depends.
mean anything wrong with your parents or something.
But it's
I'd
one
love
night
to meet
you
them,
can
I
handle,
suppose.
right?
Depends. If it's not too long, yes.
Well, one night is. That's all I ask.
Yeah, but one night
Oh,
adds
sure.
up.
But you know, I don't want to be. I don't think your parents are gonna be too happy if you're gonna be dragging.
For
This-
other people inside. Yeah, that might be a little bit. At
Yeah.
least announce that we are coming. Can you send
Well,
a
you
letter
know.
or something?
I could do that. That's probably a pretty good idea.
It'd be. I mean,
But
I'd
then we
like
have to
know
be
if
sure-
5 other people will arrive or 4 other people will arrive.
Okay, but if I do that, we do have to go there because otherwise,
Where do your parents live?
good question.
Mornendale.
No.
You know, somewhere.
Yeah.
They live in Mornendale. Right?
No. Mornadale and Genova are 2 separate countries.
I know, but I think Vera's the parents of Vera's
No.
character live in Mornendale, right?
No.
No.
They are.
My
No.
mother is from there, but
They
they live
are
in
Lord
Genova.
and Lady within Genova.
Oh, okay.
They currently own their own district, which is one of the districts that is on the brink of civil war. So nice job.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So-
fun.
If we get to Genova, we can meet both your
Yeah.
parents.
Yes.
Fun. We're never going to Cupramundi,
You're-
by the way. We're not going
Hey.
to. You're never going to
Hey.
meet my parents. I wouldn't
Hey.
want them.
Hey,
I want to
George.
meet your old lad. I'm
Hey,
very
George.
curious if he has the same beard as you.
Always longer.
Hey, George.
Longer?
Wanna meet my dad? Look in the mirror.
Yeah, you're not gonna meet my parents. I don't even talk
I
to
am-
them anymore.
I am very curious about your mother, George. Because you were surely raised very special. So,
No, why are you saying that?
Well, you're just a very special man.
No, why am I
think-
special?
I think she's
Angie, you
hitting on you,
can't say
George.
something like this.
No, I
Well-
really like you to explain to me why I'm special.
I mean,
Oh
your
my God.
character, it's different than... than like Utsil. So, and you're just a curious person.
Yeah, try to explain this right.
Well, you're really digging yourself in there.
Yes, I am. I'm just very
It's ju-
curious.
You're just insulting me. I get it.
I'm not insulting you. Really, I'm not.
Girl, if
I'm-
if you'd like to
I'm
insult
really
someone,
curious.
do it straightforward. Come on.
I'm not trying to insult him.
I'm good at reading people. That's one thing that I'm pretty decent at. And that sounded like an insult.
I'm not trying to insult you.
You're calling me a special
but you're doing
boy.
it.
I mean, yes, you're different than. I mean, that's all I'm trying to say.
Right. Anyway,
Stop talking.
I'm gonna go grab some, try to find some maps.
Well,
the area.
Angie, you'll be glad to know that you're very basic.
So
You could also say something about her accent.
I'm not gonna go there.
you guys have a day left. We all know what Zira's doing, not paying attention to this conversation. Because you guys wanted to leave tomorrow, right? Not this day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do in the meantime? Because, as I
Go
said,
ahead,
the
write
moment
a
you
letter.
guys- the moment you guys leave Nestrin's wizard tree, it's at 11, so you got most of a day left.
I'm gonna try and write a letter and send it.
Alright, you can do that. Blah, blah, blah.
Who can I pull along with the cart thing?
You wanna build a cart? Do you want to use your channel divinity to do so, or just actually build one?
Nah, I'm gonna actually try and build one if we have like that many days.
Because that will take a little. Yeah, that's going to take more than today to do.
I know,
Depend-
it'll be just like 6 days. I'm gonna
Sure. Depending on
Spend
the type
most.
of cart you want to make.
not too much.
One second,
Simple.
let me try and
Just
find
a simple card that can
vehicles.
carry.
Let's
That
see,
simple
1,
card
2,
that gets us
3.
from A to B.
Nope.
1 second. Because there are 3 different types of, or 4 different types of vehicles. You can get a cart, a wagon, a carriage, or a chariot.
Oh yes, a chariot.
No, but it depends on what you make, on how expensive they are and how long they take to build.
Mm-hmm.
A chariot can hold 2 people, but can travel as fast as if you wouldn't have a cart, because a cart will make you travel slower. That's the nice part of a chariot. A cart can hold up to 2 people at a time. 1 horse or 1 person can pull forward the cart. If a person is pulling the cart, the movement becomes 6, which is centimeters on a map. A short rest can be taken in the cart. When doing so, the person takes up both spaces. So, a cart can only hold 2 people. A wagon, on the other hand, a wagon can hold up to 6 people. Depending on how many horses you have in front of it, it can either do only 4 or 6. You can hold, you can buy an additional tarp or make an additional tarp that will protect most people from the elements, similar to having a tent. And you can also you can also take short rests in it. Downside being that you take up 2 spaces when you do so. And then you can get a carriage, which can hold up to 2 people, or 10 people. 2 people in front, 6 people inside, and 2 in the back.
No, that sounds like too much work.
You would need up to 4 horses, but you can take a long rest in the cart, which would also take up 2 spaces at the same time, and it doesn't go as fast.
I think the one that
Also, it would
is
protect
either
you from
for
all weather
6 people.
conditions, giving you no exhaustion if you're sleeping in somewhat hazardous conditions such as winter.
Well, we do have. Yeah, 5 people. 2 people could have their own horse. So that
Well,
means.
the thing
You
is,
can't
we always
ride a horse and have a dragon cart at the same time, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you always have a deer where Zero can be on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I'm
so
just really
then-
one
trying to
extra
find a reason to
horse.
get a chariot.
yeah,
No.
you can do that when you go on your Lone Ranger time. But when you're going with us, I'd like you to build a wagon.
Chariot is so cool.
yeah,
no,
it is cool. I know.
Get the thing that has 4 to
Then
6
we're also
capabilities.
faster.
Yep.
Sure, we're gonna
But speed
try to
isn't
make
everything.
a wagon.
Alright, here, I'll send you guys the information on the different types of carts, so you can really read it over before you
Probably
decide which one you
A
want.
wagon, right? So we can
That's the
All
best
carry
option, I think.
Sit in
most.
it, yeah.
Here. The speed, by the way, is centimeters on a map.
That's not confusing.
It's really slow. So I'm trying to see.
Why not inches?
I mean, how much would it be if everyone had their own horse? Like,
Then you have to buy more horses.
yeah, but how fast would you go?
4 squares, I think. Let me check. Or centimeters. Let's see. Walking has a base speed of 3 centimeters on a map per day. Riding a horse gives you. Riding a horse is base speed of is a speed of 1.
1 extra?
No, I think I read that wrong. Because a horse travels faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you walk, it's 3 centimeters on a square.
Doesn't say
I'm
how
no.
long.
I'm messing this up. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Which is relatively same to the last maps, which only a couple of you would know. I don't know how much attention we paid last time to how far you actually travel. What it is? Oh, it's supposed to be the other way around. If you're walking, you go 1 centimeter a day on the map. If you're riding a horse, you go 3 centimeters on a 3 times as
And with a
fast,
cart,
basically.
it's 8.
No, if a draft horse is put on the cart, the movement becomes 1.5, or you go 1.5 centimeters per day. Which is about half as fast as you would go. It's faster than walking, but it's slower than riding a horse.
I mean, wouldn't it be the best option to buy just 2 extra horses?
The other
And
downside,
make
you
a
can't
chariot.
rest in it.
I mean, yeah. Well, I don't really want to ride a horse myself. I don't really care.
I can't ride a horse. Nor a chariot, but I do want to.
Yes, that's the spirit. Let's go.
Anyway, I'm gonna get some maps and shit. So,
What kind of maps do you want to get? Because I don't have them all at my disposal at the moment.
basically just the route east. I just want to have maps for the route that we need to take. So to Genova and to.
You want maps of Genova,
Mornadale.
Mornadale, and Zorelia.
Yeah.
I don't have them all made at the moment, because that's a lot of work. I'm having one.
That's fine.
I commissioned one for the entire continent, which isn't as detailed as you're asking for. But I'll drop one for Dorelia, Coppermunde, Mornadale, and Genova. Because those are the most civilized of the countries that are currently here, and probably would be the only ones that actually have roads in them.
Yeah.
For all of those maps, because that's the 4 countries that really have maps made of them. The rest is kind of unexplored, and that's why this continent has so many explorers still, like yourself, that are mapping out the area.
What?
Do you want to?
The
Do
quiet
you want to
waste
have
of
all
four.
of the? Do you want to have all of those 4 maps, or do you want to only have a couple?
Well, if I can find all of them, then yeah, all of them.
I would say you would be able to procure all of them.
Then I would
let's
buy
see.
all of them, just in case we need to visit Copramunda, which I don't really want to.
I would say for every
But-
map that is because they are all hand drawn, costs you 25 gold each, so you're 100 gold for all 4 maps of those 4
that's fine.
countries.
I was expecting more, so.
Nah. But then you have you have maps from Copramunda up all the way in the north up until the Sylvan Steppes.
Yeah.
All the way down to the volcano near the south of Genova. Or actually, that's in the Wildlands. So, the south of Genova, and then you have the map of Dorelia that's to the left of the
Okay.
rest. Because it's Copramunda, Mornadil, Genova, and then Dorelia to the left.
Yeah. Could I also find cartography tools?
The toolkit, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're proficient with it, but
No, I'm not, but it would be useful.
cartographer's tools
to
cost you
have-
15 gold pieces.
Yeah, I will buy that and uh 15 you said, right?
15 gold for those, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is there a cartographer here?
There's no cartographer that is like most of the maps you can buy in the general goods store, because that's where they're
Mhm.
supplied to. They have a supplier, but the supplier themselves, the cartographer themselves, doesn't have a shop or anything like that.
No, okay. I was going to ask if I could
Although if you mention it,
learn
like,
the basics from him.
if you mention it, he would take commissions. Although apprentices that's a bigger downtime event that you would have to do.
Yeah, no, but I'd just like to know the basics before we go. But no,
I mean, you can use the
try.
tools. You just can't use your proficiency bonus on them, which will make it a
That's
straight
fine.
D20 roll.
yeah, I can still practice it.
Bree, what do you want to do in the meantime of this day? Because Angie is writing a letter, Zero's reading a book, George begins building a cart, and Utsu went shopping.
I'd like some explanation on what I can do with my tinkering skills, because I think I can do lots of stuff, but in the end, I can't, because it's a whole something else. And what I'd like to do is to do that tarp thing, to make something on top of the wagon George is going to build. So he doesn't have to spend that much on it, because I can do something with it. But I don't know what the tinkering I can do.
You have to think of small machines and mechanical structures, as in though the world is limited, tinkering is mainly used for is the equivalent of D&D mechanics. Like you can for example, very common thing that you now have, a bridle, which is a very much more detailed work than an entire tarp is. Like a bridle that a horse wears, that's something that might be tinkering. But also making a small clock is tinkering. Anything that the gnomes do, basically, is tinkering. That's kind of what you have to look for. Some instruments, for example, the silver flute, the horizontal, I don't know, dwarsfluit.
Dwarf flute.
That one would be tinkering, because it's made out of more metal, even though in comparison a recorder or a lute, which is more made out of wood, would be more wood carving. So it really depends on the item itself. Mostly think of small metal things.
Okay.
But I don't need a tarp for my chariot.
That you do not. Have you decided on? Well, you can think of what you want to do with your tinkering then, if you wish to do it at all.
At least
really
I'd like
gonna build
to
a
take care of the. I'd like to take care of the horses at
I've
least.
planned out what we're going to do.
If you want to start working
yeah.
on those pockets that we talked about, we can say that you did that throughout the day. Although the specifics of what it would cost and how much time it would cost, I still have to figure out.
Yeah, I'd like to get some things. Twitch on the
start on
the thing I have right now, the studded leather armor. So I have pockets, but yeah, what we talked about, bag of holding, that's bit
You would want to make
complex.
them. You could make them. You could start making them small bags of holding if you wish.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a process that's going to take much longer and it's going to cost you much more money. But we'll
Yeah.
say that this day you used on that. So that's one day
Yeah,
down
that's
from
okay.
the process.
Mm-hmm.
George, have you figured out which type of cart you want to build?
So,
What are you
ladies
gonna
have
do?
horses, right?
No,
Yeah,
we all
George.
have horses.
You guys have 2 horses and a deer cannot pull a cart.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, what George is thinking, Utsil and him, they got nothing now.
That is fair.
So,
What are you
How
talking
about-
about? The horses are enough to for
we
us.
buy a beautiful war horse and make a chariot and go way
You
over the top.
stupid. Oh my god.
So you want to? Okay, you want to buy a war horse.
Yep.
So let's begin there. You return to the stable master, who's surprised seeing you, but the moment you mention that, it is in mind. A war horse will cost you 400 gold.
Right. But that is a good horse, right?
It's the best we've got.
You don't want to get attached to it, right?
You're not here.
If you're interested,
More
he
attached to
do-
the chariot than the horse.
if you are interested, he does offer various types of armor with it because it's a war horse.
Hmm.
It's gonna get expensive.
Depending on what kind of armor you want to have, he can offer studded leather armor, scale mail armor, or plate armor. But it costs 4 times as much as a normal suit of armor would. So, studded leather armor would be 4 times 45. Scale mail armor would be 4 times 50. And plate armor would be 4 times 1,500.
Now, I appreciate your offer. But if I need armor, then I am the one creating.
Of course, it just came with the size of the horse itself.
Well,
Would be much easier to just have than have to spend time on making it, I would think.
you'd be surprised. Unless you are willing to give me a good discount. I'm good.
Make a persuasion check.
Or Ooh, I'm proficient in it.
That's good. In this case.
Unfortunately, I'm not very charismatic. 21.
Damn.
Damn.
Not very charismatic, he says.
Well, also thinking, it's not. The armor's
Well, he
not necessarily
genuinely
that
isn't
expensive.
interested in it if it's not cheap.
Yeah, he go. Well, he goes. Well, the leather armor is rather cheap. But if you wish to procure this horse with the scale mail armor, the armor will be half price. The plate armor, I would say you would not have to pay for the horse.
No, I'll be very honest. I did spend some on this plate armor already. And so I do not think I can afford plate.
Yeah, the plate armor would be 6,000.
Well, there you go.
Ooh.
And I'm
Then your
even very
horse has an
worried
AC
about
of
the
80.
skill bit.
The scale mill will cost you 100. At half price, it will cost you 100.
100,000?
No, 100 gold.
100 gold.
And your horse would have
Well.
an AC of 14 plus its dex, which a war horse has plus 1 dex. So it would have a 15 AC instead of 11.
Alright, that would cost me 500 gold.
That would cost you 500 gold.
Well, you have yourself a deal then.
Very well. And he
He's
shows you
dwarf.
how to put on the armor, which is a process. It takes 4 times as long as it would normally take
Right.
for armor. with this medium armor, it does takes 20 minutes to put on. But then you have a warhorse with as I said, 15 armor class, but still 19 hit points.
I mean, it's cool, but what the fuck?
It's about the speed.
Yeah, so you can add to your inventory. You have warhorse, which you can't put in your pocket. And
In my pocket.
Either you can
Your
write down
pocket,
horse armor
bag of
for
holding.
yourself, or you can call it brigandine.
Put him in my treasure.
Treasure.
In a portable hole.
Warhorse.
There it might actually fit in. The horse would kind of take up all
What
the
are you gonna
space.
name it?
I'm not gonna name it. It's called Warhorse.
Come on. He also needs a name.
Chariot.
Are you gonna name him Chariot?
God,
I'm
this
gonna
guy
name the
wants a
chariot.
so bad.
Oh.
No,
Dwarves and-
I don't get you,
I
dwarves.
just remember that Bob's Burgers episode where there's a Chariot is named Chariot.
Chariot is pulling the chariot.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
Or
get
call her
materials
Charlotte.
for the chariot.
Charlotte is pulling the chariot.
You're going to get what for the chariot?
Well, I need the material.
Yes. I would say a chariot building something like this costs you a day per 50 gold pieces worth of stuff. So for a chariot, it will cost you 5 days to build.
Right.
But then you have.
But what amount of? How much would it cost?
It would cost you the selling price is 450. Because you're buying it yourself, I'll say it costs or 250. So because you're buying it yourself, I would say it costs you 175. Because you're only buying materials. And that
Very well.
includes like the bridle and the reins you need to be able to rig the horse to the cart. So an additional 175.
Very well. And the two people can ride it. That's one thing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it very dwarvish.
Two
So
people
Utsil and I,
can-
I'm
two
just,
people can stand on it.
I'm just imagining Utsil and riding this thing, and George already has the image.
I'm assuming then
Yeah.
that for this travel, you guys are not planning on having a cart. Except for, not one that somebody can take a short rest in, or one that you can travel
The fuck
many
no.
goods in. Okay.
We can
No, he just
speed.
thinks, fuck it.
Yeah,
We're gonna
no.
get some speed.
With the chariot, you do have speed, so that's a plus. So yeah, that's the choice you have
That's
for
the
chariot.
only
It's just-
plus.
It's like the
It's just
equivalent of
more
a sports
expensive.
car. It's just.
Yeah, it's a sports car. It looks nice, but it's not as practical as a minivan.
No, it's
Oh,
functional.
it's-
I should like it to be.
George, you're a dad with a midlife crisis.
There's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, cover, speed, it got it all. It's just perfect.
Actually,
Freeze
doesn't
is
have
going
a-
to get back at you because this is not a good investment.
Painted red with black wheels.
George
and,
has not told anyone yet. They're gonna keep it secret.
Oh yeah, how are you supposed to keep this a secret?
I mean, he's building it.
By the way, Angie, to have
You're
have
gonna
a,
show it one day.
to have a letter sent to your parents from where you are right now will cost you 2 gold pieces because you
That's
don't
a
have a
terrible
rider
investment.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's a terrible investment. Not the guy that just spent 675 gold on a warhorse with armor and a chariot. I mean, yeah, you do have the speed. You will be arriving much earlier than you would otherwise.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get to draw maps. so
We
I can
have the
actually
time. Come
figure out
on.
how long it would take. So yeah, 2 gold pieces for that. Alright. That's what you guys end up spending your days with.
Mhm.
As I said, Sky, for you, we're gonna have to figure out how long it takes for you to genuinely build the bag of pockets, the pockets of holding, I guess.
Yeah, the pockets of holding. What am I holding in my pockets?
It will basically be like you have a hoodie where you can like slide your arms into, but you can like
Yeah.
slide them way further in.
You?
They will be very
My
limited
head's
in
gone.
They'll be very limited in their use, but you'll have pockets that have actually some. You can like shove the entire
Well,
silver flute in there. For
I
a
can
little
pull my
You have
rapier
the
in
most
there.
functional
Exactly.
pockets ever.
Yeah.
Not these fake ones I have on my pants.
Yep.
bit. Oof. Anyways,
Wait, question.
Yes.
Can my shield fit in there?
no,
Oh,
because
that's a shame.
the opening will be no longer than a regular pocket.
Okay.
And
So
it will,
my-
as I said, it will take a fucking while to build them. Like you're crafting a magical item, which is a little bit more difficult than crafting something normal.
Yeah, I understand.
Or let's say in spending this day, because it makes sense. Spending this day, you spend 2 gold pieces to get the leather and craft them well enough that you have the pockets with the little belts that you can attach them and detach them from your armor.
Yep.
And in the future, you'll be enchanting them.
Yay. So I have pockets.
Yeah, so you already have pockets, they're just not magical yet. So that's 2 gold pieces, 1 gold piece for each pocket.
Nice.
So,
Brianna has pockets.
after which, the chariot, that's going to take you 5 days to build. So, as Zira said, it's going to take 6 days, including today, before the caravan leaves, which, for no particular reason, was some kind of time constraint.
Yeah.
Because you're working on
Really
it
isn't
today,
anymore.
it will take you 4 more days after this to build it. That's if you're spending a full 8 hours on it.
Trust me, after
Counting
this
the-
chariot is done, we don't need that caravan.
Sure. Counting the fact that you're probably not going to be working the day after this because you're going to be out and exploring,
Probably.
it will be you're going to take a long rest now. Then you have 1 day in which you're going to be doing stuff. Hopefully 1 day, otherwise it might be longer. And then it's the 4 days after that.
Yep.
So let me just mark that down on the calendar. We got that day, 1, 2, that day, 1, 2, 3, 4.
In the evening, but I don't know, where do we sleep again?
At the moment, you guys are
In
all
the-
still staying with within the Roaring Boar.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Alright.
What's up?
Now, I only think you're the only one gonna, probably gonna think this is really cool, okay, but look. Oh, I'm working on something. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
You're working on what?
So we need something to travel us with, right?
You were working on just
Right.
a cart, right? Just a
So the-
wagon.
The ladies already have their own mount. And I
Yeah.
thought that's a bit unfair,
I mean, that's why we were getting the cart, right? So we can just
Exactly.
have 1 horse in front of it.
Yeah, well, I got myself a horse.
But we already have 2 horses, and we
This one is far better. And I am building us a chariot.
why? we could. That seems like a bad investment to me.
What do
How
you
much
mean that's a
com-
bad investment?
How much gold did you actually spend?
It's like 200 gold.
What? for what? A horse?
Make a
and-
deception
and-
check.
Yeah, insight.
Yeah, make a deception check. Go for it.
What do you mean? 12.
To 16.
That wasn't 200 gold.
It's such a bad investment. What kind of horse did you buy that it's so expensive?
It's just a purebred warhorse.
You bought. We're gonna use the chariot to ride into battle.
Well, we could now.
But did you also buy armor with it then?
I did.
Oh.
He gave it for
Why?
half the price.
How
Just
could I?
because he gave it. So just because he gave it for half the price, you had to buy armor with it?
Yeah, that's the steal.
I mean, but how much gold did you actually spend then?
Like 400.
I don't believe that.
It's maybe a bit more, logistics and stuff.
So how much was it?
Around 600.
You...
A little more.
You spent 600 gold just to
I
get
did.
a horse to make a chariot for?
It's gonna go so fast, you're gonna love it.
Where do we keep our stuff then? The part of the cart was
We
also
have
just...
We have a literal pothole in a bag that is, some reason, unbelievably deep. I don't think we have to worry about it.
Well, we don't want to put all our stuff in there. It will be unorganized as shit.
Well, yeah, we are. But a chariot. It's a fucking chariot. I've already made the base. It's already done. Now I just need to do all the intricate stuff. Oh, it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I applaud your enthusiasm, but why a chariot?
You get cover. I'm gonna make it high enough for us, as dwarves. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. They're gonna know it's gonna be dwarves too. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Can we even sit in it?
Nope, you gotta stand.
Isn't the point of travel that it's comfortable?
Look,
That
you can
we-
sit in it, but the one riding needs to stand, yeah.
That seems... What am I... I
Look,
mean, I'm not making the cart, so I'm not gonna make.
standing
that
is
decision.
healthy. And on top of that, it's gonna be way faster. So you're not even gonna have to sit, or stand for that long compared to if you were in their car.
But if I look at the maps correctly, how much DM? How much time do we actually need to spend travel?
That I
To
can
travel.
that I will be able to tell you the moment I have finished drawing the maps.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Fair
assure
enough.
you,
But it will be
Our
close to
speed.
a week.
Well, if I look at this, it will still take a week of travel, so we have to spend a week standing on our feet for no reason. Can't you at least just make?
have you
make
ever
just-
worked in your life?
I have.
Then standing isn't gonna be that big of a problem.
No, but for travel, why not just make? You're making
Make
the
it
cart yourself.
comfortable.
Make it comfortable at least.
Jesus Christ, it needs to go fast.
It
If I'm
doesn't.
gonna add a seat, it's gonna add weight. It's all about speed. So,
But okay. Well, and what if we need to travel through the desert or something? Not that the cart would work there, but just to give
Well-
an example.
there's a funny thing because chariots work more effective in the desert than a cart would.
Fair enough. What about the jungle?
The same thing still applies. Chariots are smaller.
I mean, have you seen the jungle? I don't think we can get a horse through there.
So then why are you fucking worrying about it anyway?
Because you spent 600 gold on this.
It's a chariot.
Fine.
It's my gold.
Hey, you stand with the girls. Great.
Jeez, you're boring. Thought you'd be thinking it's cool too, but I thought you had a bit more.
I
Oh,
mean,
you're boring.
I mean, it's cool, but it just doesn't make any sense.
If you feel the wind blowing through your beard, you are gonna love it.
George, you know the moment Zira looked at the chariot, she'll be like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's not
Midlife crisis much.
No, I'm a child, so I think sports car are the best thing in the world.
Yep.
They are.
That's a child you're talking to.
Rachel is way too
Child already
pragmatic
having
for
her
this
midlife
conversation.
crisis.
Yep.
I mean, how old are...
It's just not. I mean,
I'm-
George's
I'm-
not
I'm-
even an adult.
Yeah, no. I'm 115.
Jesus.
But you are my dad.
before we're going to get into that conversation, you all eventually take on a long rest in which you reset all your health and your spell slots because they're so precious.
That's good that I get my spell slots back.
Yes, all of your. I mean, you're able to cast like animal spells.
Yeah, we needed to change that because they don't really make sense.
Yeah, we'll
But I don't know with what. But yeah.
We'll see. I'll come up with something.
Yeah, I've not thought about it long, so.
You all gather up in the Roaring Boar. You eat there your breakfast. Is there any? By the way, Zero, roll for your potion. I think you have to roll again.
Yeah, I do.
Don't forget to prepare your spells if you wish to change them. Same goes for you, George. Prepare your spells if you have to do so. If you have magic items that have charges on them, roll for the charges. All that good stuff. Is there anything anybody wishes to procure before you're leaving?
Right, I have this glove.
A glove?
Glove?
Yup.
Glove.
Can shoot fire from it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Still got
Gauntlets
that.
or something?
No, a glove.
Glove
Oh,
blasting.
okay. When did he get that?
I've got it a long time ago.
It was from the
Oh.
orc
Few days.
captain you guys killed.
I'm
Mm.
slowly reaching my hands towards it.
Well, if nobody is being openly at it, he just
Wait, what is
put it on.
what is
Zero.
Angie doing?
Showing her butt.
Yeah, show that butt. Twerk, twerk.
You don't have to do that, Angie. I'll just ask if you want it.
Angie just gets up on a chair and begins twerking.
Yeah, Zera can have it.
Work. Work.
Yes, that glove of blasting. No, yeah, the glove of blasting will allow you to cast Scorching Ray once a day with a +5 to hit bonus. Without
there you
expending
go.
a spell slot.
This gigantic glove on my hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
George currently has it. I don't know if he's giving it away.
Yeah, I put it on. She just did the.
You put it over the hand, and after about 10 seconds, it slowly shrunk to the side of your hand. But then you have the glove of blasting. It's already in the items chat if you want to read it. Just allow you to do a little bit more fire damage.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Although the 2-hit bonus is set, and it's not your 2-hit bonus, which is an important thing to remember.
Okay, yes, I've got my spells prepared.
Anything else? Does anybody want to get any healing potions or anything?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I don't know if you guys still have some, or... It's just, you're going on a trip in your favorite rocket ship, so you might as well get everything you need.
Where is...
Well, I don't
I'll
need
get-
it because I
Rocket
haven't spent all my chariot.
That's kidding. No, if you're buying any
Okay.
more healing potions or anything like that, let me know.
Yeah, I'll buy some healing potions.
Well, I'm not buying a healing potion, but I'm using one of my potions to regain extra hit points. Potion of endurance.
Potion of Endurance has a duration of 1 hour.
Yeah.
So, the
Oh,
travel
yeah, I'm not
to
drinking
the-
it right now, but I'm putting it in my pockets.
Sure.
My
go for
pockets
it.
so I can grab them when I want to use them.
I have a potion of boldness.
Nice. What does that do?
I'll tell you what it does. Give me a second. Well,
I can't handle this, you guys.
Well, your candle.
Look at this. My candle is to the
Beautiful.
It's crooked.
I was just doing this, but now it's
It's the
It's
tower
gonna fall.
candle.
It's gonna fall.
Okay, well,
yeah, but it's
This is how fire.
stick in it.
for okay,
fire
for
hazard.
boldness, when I roll for its boldness, the drinker can roll
Okay.
a d4 and add the number rolled to every attack roll and the saving throw they make for the next minute.
Oh, so it's a potion of bless, basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can add it to everything for a full every attack roll for a full minute.
Cool. So that might be useful to give to someone who's going to make a lot of attack rolls. If you might want to keep it yourself.
So, I have something for you.
What?
And I give him
What's
the
this?
potion of boldness.
She hands you a odd potion she concocted this morning.
Be nice, Utsul, drink it.
Oh, now you're being nice.
No,
What?
I shortly explain what it does to him.
Right.
How long did it work?
1
1
minute.
1 minute.
So you're basically
Oh.
under the effects of a bless spell without anybody having to concentrate on it.
I'd like to bow it a little to the side, but it can't.
I also wanted to buy HP
Yeah.
pots.
You wanted to buy
No!
healing potions. Vestus Arcanum, the magic
You
shop
break it.
within the city,
I broke it.
has healing potions for sale. If you wish to have some. How many of which type do you want to have?
The candle died.
Which types are there?
You have lesser healing potions for 20, healing
Mhm.
potions for 50, greater for 200, superior for 500, and supreme for 800.
How many is supreme?
10d4 plus 20.
Ah, that's a lot.
Like,
a
At
greater.
your current level, that will bring you back up to full hit points.
Yeah.
I want a greater HP pot and two normal ones.
Alright, so one greater, which is 200, and two normal ones, which is a total of 100, so 300 total.
Yeah, that's fine.
One greater, two of those.
By the way, for those who bother, I just broke my candle and now I can't lit it anymore.
F.
Sad. Does
Yep.
F in chat?
Yep,
Can't
I
you-
tried to
can't-
bow.
Why would
Can-
you
can you
bend the
take the-
candle?
Can't you take that final part out and then just put an? Put
Can't
the
you
new-
heat up the what if you heat up the final part and then you stick it in there?
Yeah, but it still won't be in line. So I think I'm gonna cut it out, this piece, and
Sure.
yeah, make a new
Bef-
candle out of it.
Before you guys
I hope.
leave on your epic adventure, by the way, anybody wishes to get anything except for a candle?
Well, I'd like a new
No.
candle. No,
Aye, very
just
well.
kidding.
Yeah, guys, all get up and ready. Utsul makes a quick trip into the city before coming back. At about 10 a.m., you guys step out of the Roaring Boar. Start traveling south through the woods. What's your guys' marching order?
I'll go next to Utsul.
I'll go into up front.
I mean, don't we have the horses with us? No.
I mean, you can bring horses if you want to. It will certainly cut down on the travel time.
I mean,
Yeah, but they still have to walk, so it doesn't really help.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can pair up, right?
Well, I do have a war horse.
Yeah, or you
don't-
can. But you are afraid of horses. Learn how to ride a horse when you're back online.
I preferably don't want to ride it. Utsul.
I'll ride it, I suppose.
Great.
Well,
Okay, if this is the real first time you're all going to be riding, because you're traveling through the woods, you won't go as fast as you would normally go over the roads, but it will cut your travel time in half, which is goes from 4 hours to 2 hours.
Hey.
Who's riding a mount today?
I'm riding
I'm
Jill.
riding the war horse then.
Is that
Yeah,
I'm riding my deer.
Aye, that's
I'm riding my horse.
That's everyone except for George then.
George,
I mean,
who will be helping on?
Yeah,
I'm
you
Which
with my
horse will you be helping
war
on?
horse. I'm just sort of sitting at
you
the
can only
back.
you can only ride you cannot ride with 2 medium creatures on 1 large creature. You can
Huh?
ride with 1 medium and 1 small creature on 1 large creature.
I'm small.
So you would either
Sure.
have to share a horse with Bree or convince her to get off the deer.
Wait, are dwarves?
No, dwarves are
No,
not.
No,
dwarves are
halfling are
medium.
small.
You know it. gonna be-
I think I can be classified as small.
You guys are all big and heavy.
You could be, but
I mean, I'm
Um,
not that heavy.
Bree.
Sure, George will sit with Bree.
Aye, in that case, Bree, Utsil, Angie and Zira, all of you, please make an animal handling check.
Yay.
To
Do I
establish
have to?
the relationship between you and your horse.
I hope this is going well.
Forever. No,
Oh,
just-
no.
Forever?
Dun, dun,
Okay.
We'll just see how the initial introduction goes. It's a new mount. Like, they've been trained, sure, but it's new rider, new mount.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Bree, what'd you
my
get?
horse out sold, you have to pay.
Bree, what did you get?
A 10.
10? Decent enough. You managed to
I'm
get it
a bit
going.
enthusiastic.
Right.
That's
You managed to get it going, not any faster as it would otherwise go. Angie, what did you get?
A 17.
17.
What? I
Your
have the
horse-
highest proficiency in this shit. What?
Your horse picks up very well, Angie, and your years of riding training within the lands of your father are now paying off, as you have no problems riding this creature. Zero, what did you get?
Nice.
13.
13. A little easier than Bree. You expected it to be rather difficult. But you sit on this deer, and it's listening pretty well to your commands, and you're getting it to move, which is surprising.
That's because I
Good still.
respect.
What'd you get?
I get a 6. I mean, I have the highest modifier though of everyone. It's weird.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
But I have a 6. Yeah. Wait. How long does a ritual take to cast? Because I could.
10 minutes
Okay.
plus whatever the casting time is
I
originally.
should have ridden the horse. My modifier
Yeah,
is
no,
way
fine.
better than yours.
Why didn't you drag the horse?
Because I'm afraid. I don't know.
I mean, do you want to cast a spell first? Because it's certainly
No,
possible.
No, I don't even know if I want to keep those.
Right, we
spells,
were
so-
going to change the spell, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's not. Yeah. 6.
Man.
So
Does
It's not
life.
too bad. But...
you're starting up slow. It is a big horse. It is armored. It looks kind of scary. Before you even get up on it and get it to move, you're a little ways in. And even after that, you're kind of trailing the pack. Your horse kind of swerves off here and there, trying to just simply doesn't listen. But you get it to move well enough. It doesn't kick you off, so it's fine. But you're not.
That would
in
be
front of
better
the
with a
pack.
natural 1.
Move forward better, stupid horse.
It definitely causes you to be in the back of the line.
Stop
So we
being
got-
so reckless, Utso.
We got Bree and George
Reckless
on one
doesn't
horse.
want to move.
What's you guys' marching order, keeping in mind that Utsil's all the way in the back?
At the back.
Sure.
So
I
we're
only
third.
And George.
Let's actually say it like this. We'll put it on the order in which you guys rolled. So Angie's up front, then Zira, then Bree and George, and then Utsil's like a little behind that.
Utso, hurry up. You just see him sitting back.
Yeah.
Why don't you ride it then?
Well, maybe I will.
Well, do it then.
On the way back, George is gonna ride the war horse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then how about you come over here, eh?
Stop, you guys. We're trying
you
to
have a
mount
problem-
animals. Come on.
We're just having some fun.
You guys
I just
travel
wanted not
for
to kill them.
about, as I said, 2 hours because you managed to cut down the time in half because you're using a mount. And eventually, you guys kind of climb this hill, and you come to a cusp where you watch over this beautiful open valley. There's a lake at the center of it, a beautiful open flower field next to it. The forest around it you can completely see. You certainly found the valley he's most likely talking about. How do you guys want to try and detect the arcane anomaly he was speaking of?
I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic!
Oh, yeah, that's...
That is an interesting
It's a
move,
way.
Zera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that works.
And then we win 2,500 gold. Yeah, great work.
Putting all bets on that horse.
It's
then?
there.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. Zira, go ahead and make a perception check. I'll keep in mind that you have Detect Magic on.
Yeah, just... yeah.
Because I know you have an amazing perception.
15.
Not bad.
With my amazing perception.
I'll say it works for you, and anybody who's within the 10 feet radius of detect magic for you. Because the strange arcane sense that this area has, you kind of, as I said, you cusp that hill and you start traveling into the valley itself. And every now and then you see like a trail of smoke almost, but made out of this faint arcane energy. They have odd colors ranging from yellows to purples and reds to blues that sometimes just whiff through this dome radius that you've cast over yourself. At one point you step out of the forest and you come into the center of this valley, where there seems to be a colliding point where many of the different colored energies kind of combine, and you see that, or they don't combine, they begin spreading out, and you kind of see this all these different colors trails just coming up from off the hillside that you went down, you're going up against, and you see them all kind of slowly conjoining, and you slowly begin to follow where they're going. Zira now being in the lead because she's the one with the detect magic on. You see them kind of all cusp over a fallen tree, and they disappear behind that. At that point, your detect magic nearly fades. You kind of halt for a moment and you look over it. You see, right before the spell ends, you see that all these arcane energy strands were all coming out of this cave entrance that is kind of buried into the side of this hill.
Well, that's interesting.
It seemed there's a small open space in front of it. The grass there seems to be all flattened. There's some gravel that covers the floor. And there's like a very small amount of huts outside of various sizes, but not most. They get closest to your size, Zira. They are very very small huts. They kind of litter this open space. You got about 4 standing in different corners.
Interesting. Interesting. I know what we're dealing with. We are dealing with the small people.
What?
It's a small world after
In the
all.
center of the open space, there's a small pile of ash and soot that is whatever should have remained from a campfire that has been off for a while.
Well, the smoke thingies came off from that cave. So I think we should look there.
I would say Bree, Utsil, and George. You all with the highest perceptions, fastest perceptions. All of you standing here for a moment waiting, you listen, and from deep inside the cave, you hear this faint rumbling sound. Just as if lightning is sparking inside.
Do the horses hear it too?
Zira?
The horses do seem to notice it, yeah, but although they're not necessarily startled by it.
Where are we going?
What is this? Do you hear it too?
Hear what?
A rumbling sound.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Somebody is something wrong.
We hear
No.
something from inside.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go investigate. Because maybe that's the thing he was looking for.
But be careful.
Well, we should all.
Careful is my second name.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
believe
No,
so.
it's not. If they point it out to us, do we notice the
Yeah.
rest of it?
You also begin to notice the faint sound, as if there's like a thunderstorm going around. Kind of echoes. It's odd.
Well, it's time to go very sneakily into the cave.
Let's check it out.
Shall we leave the horses here, or do we take them with us?
Well, I'm not gonna take the horse into the cave. That sounds
Leave.
like a good idea.
You stay here. Don't leave. Leave.
We tie them.
You all tie
Secure.
them
Tie
to a
them
nearby
to a
tree.
tree.
Sure.
Yeah.
You all kind of step into this open space. You see the small huts. One of them seems to be partially burned now that you're standing on the space itself. Another one has like partially collapsed. You see the mouth of this cave, and it's completely dark inside, for the record, for those who don't have dark vision.
Oh, nice.
And you have a couple of options if it comes to that. You can either do torches, Utsil's got his gloves, or...
I can just enchant an item.
That's a rather small light, right? Only like 5 feet.
Let me just check again. I thought it was something like 10 feet or 5 feet normal and then 5 feet dim. But I'm gonna check.
Sure. At the same time, that would also maybe
Yeah,
give away your
5
location.
feet bright light and 5 feet dim light.
Yeah, so that's only 10 feet of range.
Yeah.
What form of light are you guys using? Or if you're using any.
Me, guys.
Just hold my hand, Bree.
Okay.
And so no additional light source?
No. I will hold on to Bree then.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good idea.
Just
So
chilling.
you have Zira. We have
Pulling Bree.
we have Zira pulling Bree, pulling Angie.
Yeah.
I'll just
George
go
and
front.
Utsil. Okay, Utsil's up front then. George, are you also a brave man up front, or?
Sure.
Oh, he's
I was
so
just
sure.
wondering. In that case, Utsil and George, both of you make perception check,
He
please.
used to be a chicken.
Well, we'll see
Not
how long this
anymore.
lasts.
Yeah. You used to be a chicken.
When shit hits the fan.
Yep.
Wow,
18.
you're much better in this than I am.
And
My
Utsil?
passive perception is better. 13.
Hmm.
So, you guys begin walking into this cave, and it seems to be a rather normal cave for about 100 feet, and there it all kind of closes in. And in the back there's this small archway that seems to be natural. It seems to be almost oval in shape. You guys kind of peer into it, and George, just not stepping through it, but just looking into the next room. You see a room that is no more than 20 feet deep, and standing inside of it sporadically in different places seem to be these small humanoids with very flat. They're kind of like, okay, so they're the minions, right? You see,
Kill him all.
you basically, they have this shape of just this cylinder shape to them, with these very small arms and legs. They have
Where is Gru?
they have pig-like noses, and they have sets of eyes in the top corners of their heads, and they're all just kind of standing there. Their long necks kind of bent forward, some of them. Others are like kind of backwards or to the side.
It is the small
fuck?
people.
Everyone stop. They're
That's where we're going
deformed
to be-
children.
That's what we're going to be picking up next week.
Yeah.
Exciting.
We're gonna fight minions, y'all.
As you guys
It's my lifelong dream.
so
I hated the minions before they were even invented.
Yeah, fight someone of your own size. You will do that now.
So, as you guys are trying to find out whatever is causing this arcane disruption in this valley, we're going to pick up as you guys have found the minions. But with that, I want to thank you guys for coming out to play. I want to thank you guys all for coming out to watch. there's no planned breaks in the future as far as I'm aware. So next week we'll just be back with at the normal time with a normal game. Hopefully the internet will work all the way throughout it then. But with that, thank you for coming out, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.